Coming live?
Yep.
That time I gotta get on the stream. YouTube David Finch.
Are we live? I'm not seeing anything come up on here.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Here it go. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Hi, everybody.
Are we live? I'm not live yet.
It's the worst. We need to wait for people in the chat to say, you guys are on. Actually.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's why we have the chat.
Right. So, yeah, if you guys are watching, and we are live. Hi, Trenton. El Padrino. Art9's here.
Dave's saying hi to everybody because I'm still not signed in yet.
Kylie G. I'll just keep saying names. Oh, hey, Lance Little Boy is here. Hi, Finches, he says. Hi, Lance.
There we go.
Imposter Monarch, who just had a room reference. I was watching the chat while we were spooling up here.
A room reference? What's that mean?
The Room is like the worst movie ever made of all time. I've watched it a couple of times. I even watched a documentary on it. I don't know why. It's fascinating. I would have. It's a cheeseball movie that some guy spent years and years and tons of money to make, and obviously it didn't do well. But then it became a cult classic because it was so helpless in the movie. You have to watch it anyway.
It's about a guy, right?
it's about a guy.
Is it about a guy?
So Meredith is covering her nose right now because it smells in here.
Oh my gosh, it's so stinky in here. Oh.
I cleaned out my garbage. It was in the bin, but when I cleaned it out, it dumped a little bit, and yeah, I had
so bad.
I had some, you know what it was? I had some cream cheese in the garbage, and and I had to wipe it up.
This is what happens when you sneakily eat down here. Just
never
eat
happens.
Like a regular human being.
Anyway, so today we're going to be drawing.
Hey, France! Bonjour! Oh. Eventually, my nose will die and I won't smell anything.
Hi, Barbarian.
It's coming.
Artsy Designs. We're going to be drawing Static Shock, and this is for Greg L. Actually, I told the chat that I would draw this weeks ago, and then I forgot. And I was looking through, and we were getting suggestions. I got some great ones, which I will draw soon. But I just saw him sneak that in there after I was just closing it. And I thought, I already agreed to do that. So that's going to be this week. Next week, I'm looking forward to too. Actually, I've already got all my reference ready to go for it.
Henry's going to be excited.
And yeah, this one's going to be for Henry. Bad Penny, Henry Jeremek. So it should be a lot of fun. And this is something he's been asking for. I'm just going to say what it is. I mean, everybody knows. You guys all know. It's Death's Head 2. Really fun character. So yeah, that should be a blast. We're going to do that next week for Henry.
Siddhartha Mohanty says, Meredith Finch, my nose will die as well. I have a cold. I wish I had a cold this week. I wish I was sick this week and that my nose was stuffed up.
Before we move on, I want to say, Meredith, that we have Eric Grove here. He's in here right now with us. And so I asked him if he would come on just to talk about the...
Now he's not just moderator extraordinaire.
That's right.
He's like a celebrity.
I asked him if he would come on to talk about the Discord a little bit, and we've got a new section up there. And okay, take it away, Eric.
Celebrity Eric, let's go.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so I guess some good news. So everyone's aware David launched his new website, and on there he has his drawing superhero heads. I think it got a bit tricky because it was on Skillshare as well, where people could, give their feedback, upload their drawings and course exercises. And then obviously on the website, there was the possibility to have another section there where you could give feedback. So, I spoke to David, and it looks like Discord might be the best place to house that, to, upload your exercises, your drawings, and have a bit of a community within a community there. So if you haven't joined Discord yet, the link is in the description. It's a growing community. Everyone there's, helping each other grow. It's also awesome to see. And there's a new section there, the course members area. And go in there. You can also assign yourself a course member role there, which doesn't really do much yet. But, it kind of just lets everyone know that, that you're supporting David. You're, you've sign up for his courses, etc. And I'm pretty excited to see that grow as well.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, I was getting some complaints in email. I thought I had something set up. I couldn't figure it out either. So yeah, certainly nobody's fault that was emailing, that's for sure. It was completely just the setup. So hopefully this will be much better. And it's open so everyone can look at it. And any of your comments are always welcome. I think it's such a great community. All the critiques are always great. So yeah, if you guys want to jump in and just take a look at what people are doing and add your own comments in, that would be great.
And now everybody knows that when Eric shuts them down, he does it with a lovely accent.
Yes.
Yeah, I see John C is asking if I'm South African.
Oh, see, he knew. I couldn't tell.
Australia? Is that Australia?
No, see, you know what? I was thinking that, and then I thought, no, it's not that.
What I found is that
South Africa. Okay, so now when Eric's mean to you, he's being mean to you with a beautiful South African accent.
Yeah, there we go.
But he's never mean.
I've learned that only South Africans generally know the South African accent, so I'm guessing that. What's his name?
You know what? I want to know, how come like South Africa and Australia all have great accents, and freaking Canada, another colony, we sound like this.
We sound like Americans. I think American sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
We sound like movies.
We don't sound, I mean, because I live here, so we all sound the same.
Nobody thinks they have an accent where they, live.
You don't have an accent. You sound like you grew up next to Detroit.
I did. Yeah, it's true. All right. So yeah, that's the Discord. Eric is also our moderator on the chat here tonight. He has been. Hey, my sister's here. I just saw her comment.
Eric's and it our awesome moderator extraordinaire. He's the moderator extraordinaire, Dave. You can't just say I'm moderator. He's like a moderator extraordinaire.
Leslie said we do have an accent. We just can't hear it. Which there you go.
Leslie, stop being like pretending like you're smart.
Hey, Leslie,
that's the actual truth.
I drew a picture of you last week. I don't know if she saw it. I haven't talked to her this week, so I need to give her a call and say, "Hey, I drew a picture where you come watch it last week." So hopefully she saw it.
Davidette, Michael Eamon says David's sister, Davidette.
Davidette, right? Yeah, I don't think she'd like to hear that.
She would love that.
I am Leslie. I'm probably not. I'm the younger. She's my older sister. So. Yeah. All right. So that's it for Discord. Or what?
That's not it. Because Eric is also helping out with the website.
Yes.
And we are posting some of the Monday Night Draw pictures on the website. Eric is doing that for me. I got them up on Big Cartel, and Eric's going to put links. I've made them so that you can only buy one. There's only one in the kitty. So the following items are available. The Superman sketch. The Bane sketch, Miles Morales, Silver Surfer. Like there's one more.
Anyway, a bunch of sketches are up there.
There's 5. What am I missing?
What it comes down to though is
you can buy them.
I really planned on doing. I've got a long list of commissions which I still like
not
getting
magic.
To. And I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna draw commissions on the stream, but I'm finding I'm having so much more fun drawing what you guys are asking for. The upshot to that, of course, is that I'm drawing pictures that nobody wanted, aside from you guys. But nobody,
started off where I was like, "Yeah, this is great."
I can actually get some commissions done.
Commission work done. Don't talk to me about commission work now.
Anyway, but yeah, they're up there. You can check them out, and they're at various prices. Some of them actually, it turns out, are going to be used. Can I say this?
You can say.
Okay,
it.
Some of them are going to be used by Marvel as covers. A bunch of them actually, which I'm really excited about. I have them all colored. I don't know when. You know what? I need to. Oh, Charles Petrie asked if we can get sound effects. We got to stop everything and put. Effects. What do you figure?
I don't know. You got the sound effect board. Right. I don't even know what the sound.
All right, I'm doing the harp. Here we go.
A harp.
This is the cheapest show.
Oh my gosh.
In the entire world, it's embarrassing.
Really need the sound effect board. We need to give Eric sound effects. Eric can just have the sound effect board. I'm going to ship it to Eric, and Eric can just interject sound effects as necessary.
There you go. Yeah, it might be better. All right. So yeah, we also have stuff up on the site, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get started drawing. Oh, just before I do, very quickly, if I can, here, I'm gonna share my screen. This is always a disaster, so let's window or screen. Watch me fight with entire screen. Allow. Okay, so I've got on Indiegogo a Red Sonja cover that we were actually going to release today. It was going to come out today. It's going to be next week. So
we're going to have Nick Brucci on tonight.
Right, and that also is going to be next week. So we'll have all that up, but you can sign up for this now, and it's a cool cover that I'm very proud of, and so hopefully you'll take a look at it. Also, I have a Batman Catwoman cover, and let me just click on it so you can see it bigger. There it is, bigger.
Because we didn't show it last week.
Yeah, but
right.
Oh, yeah,
everybody's here every week.
Okay, anyway, there it is. So that one is also available, and it's available now.
We have
So
loyal followers.
there it is. So, all right, let me.
They're here for us
Now,
every week.
Hold on, I got to figure out how to get back out of this screen. Stop. Okay, so Eric, I'm going to get started drawing. So I'm going to
We'll let Eric
go to
back
my uni
back to
window
his
here.
moderator life.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. It was great to have
Yeah.
you. We'll do it
No
again.
problem. For sure.
All right.
Thanks
Good.
for coming, Eric. You're the best.
Okay, see you guys.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
I got to
All
figure out how to close this.
That means I
oh,
gotta-
hey, he did it himself. Man, he's
Eric's
the
the best.
Okay,
Eric
here we
is
go.
the best. I gotta go to the first super chat from Greg Al Static Art for $2. You're drawing
Hey, he's
static.
Well,
Thanks so much, Dave.
I'm glad that Greg is
He's
here.
making it up to Greg because he never had the pen. And Kevin Mandevil, I made Dave take out the trash tonight. So thank you
Yeah.
thank you for reminding me,
Which resulted in a smelly office.
which resulted in the stank.
But, and again,
So stinky.
I actually, because I was
It's
talking to
still
Eric.
stinky.
I know. I talked to Eric a couple of days ago, and I swung the camera around so you could see the office. Look, it's not so, because it's not.
It's terrible.
It's not so bad.
It's a disaster. It's a train wreck.
Anyway,
Every Monday night, I come down here on tippy toes.
now I'm just going quiet because I'm
Just
mad.
go quiet. You be mad. I'm gonna shame your office. I mean, to be fair, when I talk to people, I'm like, there's like pencil lead on the floor and eraser rubber on the floor. And
Yeah, that's me working. I make no apologies
stay
for
working. I'm just saying.
that. Actually, I have a cover that I'm working on today that I
picked
wish I could
picked
show.
up the cover off the floor. We're not going to show that.
I know we're not, but
Next super chat comes from. See how I segued directly into the next super chat when you're like, we should
I'm
show
totally
it.
ready to go over there and just grab it.
Xander Malcolmson for £1. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Xander.
very much, Xander.
I don't see a question from Xander, but if Xander has a question, he can ask it, and I'll try to pay attention.
I'm off the page.
Give me some more sound effects. I just want more sound effects. I just want a sound effect, just
There you
for sound effects' sake.
There you go. Sound effect.
What'd you do?
Rim shot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I should have, the sound effect. Charlie Park says Tommy's Gambit tonight, fellas. No, it's not Gambit.
Not
But
Gambit.
it could be Gambit. Sometime.
Gambit? Oh yeah, we'll get there. I mean, I'm really much like
Maddie's here.
in-
Wait a second.
oh.
Maddie's
All
here.
right.
That's Bela Ford. She says, "Hey, Dave and Meredith, I can't stay long. I hope Meredith feels better soon." Maddie, I feel so much better. You know how we can tell I feel better? Because I finally made it out to the barn. I spent a week and a half lying on the couch. And Meredith's sick when Meredith does not go out to the barn to see her horses. Because, I mean, I'll sell my children to go see my horses.
Well,
Okay, that's not true. But you know what I'm saying. Like, it's a high priority item. So, yes, I'm feeling much better.
when did the live stream junk the shark? Well, it's the day that Meredith said she would sell her children.
Please, I tell people I put my children out at the corner for sale all the time. I've been saying this for years, so this is not anything new. I love my children dearly, but some days they are.
Some
for sale.
days.
I won't. Not even for sale. I'll pay people to take them some days, and there's not a parent on the stream who doesn't understand what I'm saying. The next super chat comes from Kevin Mandevil for $2.99. Kevin says, "Dave, does your sister still collect comics?"
Yes, here and there. She's actually she's really gotten my niece and nephew into comics too. So yeah, more so than I've been able to with my
Just
own
more
kids.
into manga. They're more into manga.
You know what? Still comics. It's
Okay,
all
well,
right.
if it's
I'll
still
take
comics.
it. I've given him too much of a lantern jaw.
Don't do that.
He looks
There's a very
too.
lantern jaw in that sketch, though.
Yeah, I'm looking
He's
at
very
reference, and maybe that's kind of what I
The
was.
reference is very square.
Yeah.
The next super chat comes from Andreas and Angulo. Angulo, I hope I said that right, Andreas. Hello, it's for €5. Hello, Finches and Eric. I hope you two are feeling better and can't wait to see Static. What publishers do you recommend for indie comic creators? See, this is where, I had all these questions prepared for Nick, and I hope you sent them to him.
I did.
We were driving
I
out-
didn't send your questions. But
I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
what?
We talked about questions, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
You sent the questions I suggested.
I sent the ones you suggested.
And that's one question I feel like would be a great question for Nick next week.
Yeah, I asked what he looks for, and also what is the number one trait that an artist can have that makes them valuable to a publisher? I thought that would be a good question. So
That is a really good question. I don't know. Like in terms of publishers, here's what I would say, because I don't even know all the publishers that are out there. If you go into Previews World and you just click on the list of publishers, I swear there are publishers I've never heard of in terms of publishers that publish on Previews.
Yeah, it's a big industry.
And I really think that's the best way to go. Everybody's like, I want to go to Image. The problem is Images, like at that point, if you're new and unless you have something behind you, I feel like you might as well shoot for Marvel or DC. Do you know what I mean? I think that there are a lot of like, I could say like Action Labs and.
What I would say, Meredith, is there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of paths, but none of them are sure and none of them are easy. And they can be easy and you can get lucky and, it can happen very easily for some people, but none of them are. So, let's assume that it's not going to.
Boom, Dark
But
Horse.
Let's just assume it's not going to be easy because, if it is, then it doesn't matter. But assuming it's not going to be easy, you can crowdfund, which is not easy. Because
also not easy because you need to have a community to support the crowdfunding.
That's right. It doesn't just happen. So there's crowdfunding, but obviously that's not something that just comes free. There is submitting to smaller companies, and frankly, that can result in not getting paid. That can result in other problems. That's something I've heard happen quite a bit to people. Actually, my first job I never got paid for. I started at Top Cow.
I don't want to say I've done jobs I haven't gotten paid for, but I did that by choice.
Yeah, you did. You wanted to have the best art you could have. So
that's right.
That's a different thing. But so I got hired by Top Cow in '94, and the weekend that I got hired, another company, I can't remember how they got. I guess mailed me back. I mean, this is before email, and they were interested, and I had already been hired by Top Cow, so they wanted me to just do like a pinup. Cover or whatever, I guess it was a pinup, and so I did, and I never got paid. So but I got very lucky in that that was one job. It could be much worse. So
Dave,
Meredith,
I have a super chat here that says Charlie Parks. Super chat from Charlie Parks for $2.99. It says Charlie Parks was promised Gambit last week.
He was actually. It's true, and this is. You know what, Charlie? I apologize.
It's on the list, Charlie.
It's on the list. Here's the problem. I make a lot of promises and don't follow through, and I'm really trying to.
He makes promises to Meredith and doesn't follow through too.
Never. So, I promised this one before. I've been promising Henry Jeremic Death's Head for a while. Actually, Henry's been asking longer than anyone, which is why I feel guilty that I haven't gotten to it.
I kind of was like, "What? You're doing Henry's next week?"
Yeah, I should have done it this week. I'm doing my best, but it will be next week. So,
and then we'll do Gambit.
And then, I also have Ghost Rider. I've got Spawn. We're going to be doing this for a long time.
We got lots of time, people.
I love it because it's a chance for me. Like when I do commissions.
Just think about how excited you'll be when your character shows up in the sketchbook for 2020 or 2021.
There you go.
John C. says Meredith arts are like a half degree above caveman in terms of cleanliness. Just be happy he doesn't smoke or chew in his studio.
You know what he means by chew, right?
do.
Okay.
I do. Because do you know where my mind went when he said chew? Do you know it went to
gum?
Yes. All the chunks of dead gum that I scrape off of our bedroom nightstand. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Yeah, that I pick up. So I mean it's not tobacco, that's true. But there's chewing and deadness that happens here too.
You're fired.
You can't fire me. I own you.
I should have fired you early on while I still could.
You should have. You can't fire me now.
I joked about it and then I didn't, and now it's too late.
You can't fire me now. My name's the first name on the show.
I have a reputation.
I mean, I can't. I'll draw pictures. It might not. I might not get 398 people watching, but I'll draw pictures on a Monday night stream.
All I'm saying is I have a reputation I'm trying to maintain here.
Your reputation is that you have an amazing wife named Meredith.
Yep.
Next super chat comes from Kevin Mandeville. Do you like how I did that again?
Yeah.
$2.99. Dave. Sorry. You know I'm healthy because now I have a cough.
You're coughing. There you go.
I'm so sorry, Kevin Mandeville. Dave, have you ever worked with Dennis Cowan?
No, I met him though. I met him actually a couple years ago in Portland at the Portland convention, and he was incredibly nice. Not only incredibly nice, but he said nice things about my artwork, which I can't
Is he
tell.
drunk?
And yeah, he was incredibly nice. Man, wow. Anyway, yeah, and
Oh my gosh, I am feeling better.
you are. That's yeah. I think I preferred sick Meredith. Oh, you know what? His coat is longer.
Yeah, his coat is longer. Make his coat longer. Don't do bad sketch.
Yeah, and he's a huge influence for me. He did a lot of really great stuff. I mean, he still does, but so much stuff. He had a lot of covers and a lot of stuff out when I was just learning, and I just love the really angular, dynamic style. So yeah, it was really great to meet him, and it's cool just finding out that they know who you are. You know what I mean?
It is cool. Henry Jermick says, Meredith, please grab that $20 off the floor and give it to Dave for drawing Death's Head too. Thank you. But
is it still on the floor?
It's not. What happened to my $20?
Oh no, I see it right over here.
Oh, it's got moved by the blanket. It's still on the floor. How many weeks, people, has that $20 been sitting on the floor down here in the office?
It's gonna be there forever.
It might be. It's,
all right.
It's gonna be a fixture on the show. Oh, I can see it. It's under your computer desk leg.
Yeah. All right, we're moving on.
So there you go. Next super chat comes from Daniel Castelli. Hey Daniel, good to have you here tonight for $4.99.
Microphone noise. Sorry guys. All right.
Give me. I need a sound effect to go with that microphone noise.
No.
You just give me something. Just something. We want sound effects. You paid for the sound effects.
I regret it.
I know.
Meanwhile, it was me playing with it at first.
I know. Well, if you gave it to me, I would.
Oh, you know what?
Put them in appropriately.
What am I doing? So I found these are my favorite. This is a Molito black liner. It's the same size as the other ones. Anyway, I had a stack of these and I ran out ages ago, and I just found this when I was looking for something else. So these are such good pens.
Totally jumped into Daniel's super chat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel.
Hey guys, do you recall the career advice you gave me a few weeks ago about taking a job that I wasn't qualified for? Can I tell you how I bombed? You can tell us you were successful. You were successful.
It's all right bombing too, but yeah, no.
I mean, better to fall flat than to not try at all.
Yep.
I feel like he was successful.
I think so. And you know what?
I think that's like a setup.
If he did bomb, honestly, it's bound to happen. You got to get through it. So, but yeah, I have a feeling you went well.
Greg L. Static Art is banned from the chat.
Uh-oh.
$5. It's awesome enough that you're doing this, but if you don't mind a suggestion, would you mind drawing the version of the comic that's modeled after the animated? Too late now.
Yeah, I've already kind of,
now.
And I don't have reference for it. It's going to be this one. I'm sorry, Greg, but you know what? It is static.
Sorry, you're banned now. Greg's banned. Well, you can't ask for something when the artist is already halfway through. You can't say Static Shock and then ask for something else. Different Static Shock. There's so many references. So many different references.
Well, in his defense, I mean, I just did a character for DC, but it turned out all right. I did in the layout.
I mean, you've done that. Let's be honest. It's happened in comics.
Yeah, all the time.
You draw the wrong costume.
Yes, and I make my concerted effort to make sure I've got the right one, but sometimes. So this time I got lucky. It was just in the sketch. I made sure to go tight with the sketch so they could see.
I remember Poison Ivy that ended up with the wrong costume.
Yep. Yeah, it's frustrating.
All right, here's the next super chat from Ryan Parfait for $4.99. He always makes me want ice cream. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of DC, so can you do a Joker, Mr. Freeze, or Deathstroke next week? As always, you're my hero.
Well, I certainly, not next week, but I certainly can, and thank you very much.
You have been, I gotta be honest, Dave's been more Marvel tilted, but then Marvel keeps saying, we love what you're doing. We have the sketch. DC, hint, hint.
Meredith.
No, I'm...
But yeah, no.
We had a conversation today, and you're like, Meredith, you're too mercenary. I can't help myself. Can't help it. Oh, Red Hood. Trenton Massey says, you forgot about Red Hood. Oh, Trenton.
Speaking of Red Hood, that's actually the character that I got the right costume for.
We can't say anything, Trenton, and stream.
About what?
About Red Hood.
I just did.
And that's all we're going to say about Red Hood.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I think not saying something says something.
All right.
Andre Malcolm Tattoo has a super chat for $99.99. First of all, Andre, thank you so much for that big super chat. Andre says, "You, David, how are you? Can you do Invincible next week?"
Well, Andre, thank you very much for that super chat. It's huge. I really appreciate it. That's, I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much. And I will be doing Invincible, but I owe Henry.
We have a reason for that, though. You do, Dustin.
And you know what? I will do Invincible soon, and I'd like to anyway because there's a lot going on with Invincible right now. So
they're getting a movie, aren't they?
So yeah, that's definitely yes.
I apologize, Dustin, if I say your last name wrong, but I think it's Dustin Hewitt. It says y'all need to make a calendar in order of who you're going to draw. LOL. And Dustin is not wrong.
He's not. You know what? You're not. And
where's my list? It's the whiteboard that I have not yet bought from the dollar store.
See?
So it's all on me.
It's not just me forgetting stuff around here.
It's all on me. So there, it's my fault. By the way,
yes,
the dog threw up tonight.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say because it wasn't like, it was just like Eve, what's wrong? And then all of a sudden,
Eve?
Yeah, there was like liquid
Well,
all over the floor.
I didn't feed her anything. You know what? So we're building a house right now, and it's coming along. It feels like I knew this would happen. It gets to a point where it feels like it's kind of nothing's happening.
It feels like it's stuck.
Right, but
especially when you go out and there's nobody working.
Yeah, I just want to get my reference blocked in so I can get away from the picture because
all right, while you do that, I'll read the next super chat from Allison McGlone for $1.99. Allison says, "Don't forget about Raven."
Raven.
I love Raven.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually the first time that's come up, though. So, in my defense.
I don't think so.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Okay, well.
For all you Raven fans, I'm going to say I don't think so.
Okay, well, definitely. There are so many characters, and I never get, I've never drawn Raven. Not once. Not in a sketch.
Ever?
Never.
No,
yeah, okay, I have.
Yeah, you've done a Raven sketch. That's not even fair.
Well, I'm not lying there. I just forgot.
You lied.
Yeah.
All right, next super chat comes from Black Tiger 001 for $2. Black Tiger says, "Came in on you can't fire me, I own you." Hot.
That's how it goes around here.
Oh,
this is what I deal with.
I'm so good to you, though. I love you. I'm very nice. I'm a good wife.
Oh, you're great. No doubt.
And you're nice to me.
Yes.
I don't want people to think it's one-sided because you're a very good husband, too. See, now, nobody wants to hear the I love Dave, Dave loves Meredith show. We want to hear Meredith tell Dave to pick the $20 off the floor that's been there for 6 weeks. I'm not counting mugs tonight. There's that. I might have complained about the smell. But
yeah, well, I can't really argue with that one.
Yeah, you completely did that on your own. So.
Yeah, well, again, in my defense, it's not like, I just have this place like some kind of pigsty. It's just.
I'm not even really.
I was just emptying out the garbage.
Just like what happened.
It happened.
I appreciate that you cleaned out the garbage.
Yeah.
Sven Jensen has a super chat tonight for $15. Part of me says keep the tutorials coming. This is part of my. I'm sorry, Sven. I'm trying to read this. Part of my keep the tutorials coming fund is his super chat donation for $15. I had some vehicles I was doing too. Perfect timing. Thanks, Mr. Finch. Also, I finished the Rose books. Is that the end of her? Fantasy nerd needs more.
There you go. And thank you very much, Sven. Very much appreciated.
For whatever reason, I couldn't read the first sentence. But part of my keep the tutorials coming fund. Thank you so much for the super chat for $15. Yes. And thank you for reading Rose. And I don't know if that's the end of Rose, truthfully. I know when we got to the end of the books, Ig had some Marvel work he wanted to move on to, and Triona was busy with Marvel, and I had some other stuff I was moving on to, but I felt like I left it open enough.
Could you do it without Ig, though? It's a matter of...
I couldn't do it without Ig.
That's the thing.
Here's the thing. I couldn't do without Ig, and I couldn't do without Triona.
Right.
I wouldn't do the book. Like, I wouldn't do another, like, trilogy.
Yeah, you want to say never, but
Never say never, but not without the people that did it.
yeah.
So I don't know.
You're trailing off.
I'm trying to do other stuff. Some fantasy based.
Yeah, actually, absolutely, you are.
So,
I think it
because
should
I
be
do
fun.
love fantasy. I always lean in that direction. So, Rich Ware says for $5 has a super chat. Rich says, I did a super chat last week. This is my second try. Did we miss you last week?
Oh
Rich?
no, we must have. I'm sorry,
I'm
Rich.
so sorry. How much freedom do you get with the backgrounds? And what reference material do you recommend? I feel like you get a significant amount of freedom with backgrounds.
Yes. Excuse me. I've done some books where the writer said, especially Times Square. That's always a favorite. I'd like to see this fight take place in Times Square. And if it's Gotham, then they'll come up with a Gotham Times Square. Just make it up out of whole cloth, just to make you draw Times Square. That happens. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty. I'm sure if I was just hacking out and doing no backgrounds at all, maybe I'd get more requests. But I try to make a pretty concerted effort to make sure the backgrounds are not cheesed in there. They're a lot of work. They really are, backgrounds, but they make such a huge difference. It gives your characters an environment and a belief. But I want to point out,
makes it feel real.
He's got a foot. Okay, see that?
It's gonna be a foot.
That's a foot.
It's not gonna be a rock, because Kenny was complaining about that tonight. He's like, you freaking draw rocks.
Did Kenny say that tonight?
Kenny did tonight. He complained about your backgrounds.
Calling me out.
Anyway, man, who's that guy think he is? Generating the likes every week. That he can call you out on your rocks now.
And he always comments on the YouTube video, so yeah, he can call me out. Anyway, it's not a rock either, as it turns out. It's the edge of a building. Perfect. There we go.
And Artsy Design says, make sure that $20 stays on the floor for the studio tour.
Yeah.
So even when we hire a cleaning lady, which I think is going to happen this week, fingers crossed,
I will,
because I cannot keep up. I'll have to say, and every week when you clean Dave's floor, pick up the $20 and then put it back. It's embarrassing.
She's going to quit in no time.
She will, just because of that.
She's dealing with right now.
What you're dealing with, what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so behind in the super chats right now. I best hurry my little self up. All right. Jazz Singh is here for $10.
Hey, Jazz.
Jazz says, just want to stop by and say thank you. Jazz, I don't know if I got back to you. Did you get back to Jazz?
What about?
This beautiful email.
Oh, no, and I haven't. Oh, Jazz, yeah. And I haven't even had that busy a week. I have no excuse.
No excuse. Jazz,
I'm sorry.
Dave's going to respond tomorrow.
Yes.
Because you sent a beautiful email.
It was. And, this is the thing. I read it, Jazz. And I thought it was great. It was, but I didn't want to just write a thank you very much and hit, so I wanted to actually properly respond. And that's always like my Achilles heel, because then I end up not. Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow we'll write back. But I thought it was very, very nice. I'm so glad to see that you're doing so well with everything. And I appreciate it. And yeah, I had another email that I just got back to today after,
I don't even know what that one is. Russ Hicks says, Meredith pound the old band hammer, RIP Greg Gal. But I'm going to read Greg's next super chat, which is right above that. Because Greg was like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Greg
come on.
Says, I hoped you'd read it before getting this far. It's still great. Sorry, Greg.
No apologies necessary.
You know we're behind. You've been on the stream long enough to know Meredith's so far behind on the super chats. I can't help myself. Nick from Detroit says, Dave, you can't fire Meredith, but you can mute her.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the problem. Watch this.
Don't read this, Meredith.
Watch this. Okay, go talk.
Are you trying to mute me?
See what I mean? Does nothing.
You can't mute me. I can project my voice. Crayfish Forever has a super chat for $10. Thank you so much for your amazing family-friendly programs. My daughter and I can watch it together.
Oh, that's
now I get to share my old comics. please shout out to Maya. She's so pumped to draw thanks to you. Hey, Maya.
Hey, Maya, thank you so much for
I'm trying to get
watching.
my hand in the shot. I don't know if I can.
Here. Oh, yeah,
Can
no,
you
I can
see
see
my
it in the
hand?
background waving around. Yeah, there you go. Wow, that's great. Yeah, we definitely do make a real effort to not, say things we shouldn't. Because I do want it to be for everybody.
I do want it to be family friendly. We have children upstairs.
I'm not a huge swearer anyway.
If anybody swears in the house, it's me.
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
You know that though, right? I mean, just
I
listening
do
to
know.
this right now, you could tell. There's
Everybody can
nobody's
tell.
surprised by that.
Nobody's surprised by that. El Patrino says, Meredith Finch, it's my birthday this Thursday. Can you sing me happy birthday? Yes, on Thursday.
You can't sing it for him on Thursday though, because we don't have a.
I can't sing it now because it's copyrighted.
It's not though. Apparently, it's not. So you can do it.
Okay. But I haven't sung happy birthday to anybody else. Am I
Well,
going to sing happy birthday every week? All right.
now there's precedent. Now you'll have to do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we're good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I don't know your real name, El Padrino. Happy birthday to you. There you go.
That's great. Hey, it's better than I could do.
Well, there you go. It was actually in tune.
Yeah.
Ish. Vinicus A. Jardum has a super chat for 5 reals. Do you have a plan to have an updated sketchbook? If you already have, is it possible to buy it from Brazil?
Let Meredith cough for a minute there. Okay, no, but I will soon, very soon. We're going to be doing it actually with these sketches. I have a bunch of other sketches that Jason, my art dealer, by the way, my art dealer is Jason.
Essential Sequential?
Yes. So, shout out to Jason. He's a great guy. And anyway, he's got a bunch of stuff that from conventions, that kind of thing. So, because I was thinking, how many have I done? I think we've done quite a few, but I don't know if we have enough. I can fill it out with those. And then once we do this next year, I'll have tons.
We'll have 52 sketches.
And buying it from Brazil, here's the thing. I am looking at, because we're using licensed characters, that is a thing. And I'm not sure exactly what the ruling is going to be on that. That's something actually I really should talk to Jason and Jason about it. He'll know. But we will figure it out one way or another. You'll be able to buy it because I'll just mail it to you.
Yeah. Fair enough. Perfect.
I'll figure it out somehow.
So I have to say hi to Philip Russert. Hey, Philip. He says hi, Meredith and Dave.
Hi, Philip.
I did Philip's show.
Oh, yeah.
He has internet. I'm Philip. I'm sorry. You can just text me. Just put in the chat what the show is. But I did his show. He has like a podcast, web stream, live stream, question and answer, interviewing. He always has amazing guests.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That was great. Yeah.
He wants to have you on too, but I just shut the door on that because I don't want you to outshine me. No, I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want. I'm just like, you've been so busy. I haven't even been able to float anything past you lately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that.
I do.
Because we had a discussion in the car this morning and you almost lost your mind running through the list of things you had to do. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Look, you know what? Just about everything that I have to do is sitting down drawing a picture. So no matter how overwhelmed I am.
Not a bad job.
Yeah, I'm still having fun while I'm doing it, Like I had a great time today. My picture that I drew today that I desperately want to reach over and...
You can't grab it. That was on the floor when I...
It's not finished.
I know it's not.
I know that doesn't count.
It's like right at the but it's like all the shadows are in.
Yeah.
It's ready for the rendering. It's going to be,
It looks pretty cool, right?
It looks pretty good. It looks very good.
I was happy with it.
You guys will have to just stick. I will tell you it's for DCs. I can give you that much.
Yes, that's true.
So I can even say that I don't think I'm giving anything away to say you've been doing all the death metal covers.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not.
It's for Death Metal 7.
Yes, it's the last Death Metal cover
for Death Metal 7. So watch for that one. You heard it first. Dave's really happy with how it's turning out.
Yep.
You heard it first here. So hit like and subscribe. Kenny Wang, you're up. Well, come on. We have 451 people watching and only 236 like buttons.
Like buttons.
I don't know. Thumbs up. Look, I'm not trying to be cool here. I don't know the lingo all the time. As Isaac would tell me, I'm a boomer, even though I'm not a boomer. But apparently that's lingo for people who are out of the loop.
Yeah. Anyone older than me is a boomer.
Anyone older than 12 is a boomer.
That's how it goes. All right.
Whoa, Abdul has a super chat for $5. Since we have Static Shock this week, maybe we continue the DC animated train and have Batman Beyond next week.
Oh, you know what? I was just talking to someone about Batman Beyond.
Someone being who? Who's someone? What someone?
Someone. Oh, okay.
What
well,
someone? Who's someone?
I'm not going to say.
I want to know what someone.
Anyway, I was talking to somebody. So yes, that one will be coming up soon. There was actually another character we were talking about too. So it's kind of Batman Beyond or another character. Yeah.
Who's trailing off now? I'm sitting here like scrolling through stuff, waiting for you to keep talking. And you're talking like there's going to be something, but there's nothing.
There's nothing. I got nothing.
All right. Next super chat comes from Gerald Lang. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Jerry's super chat for $10 says, hey, guys, have you seen the work of Jose Gonzalez, a classic Vampirella artist? Picked up the art book of his. I lean toward that type of 60s and 70s illustrated realism in my work. You know Jose Gonzalez?
I am embarrassed to say that I don't. I'll have to check it out.
Jerry is always the best for like hitting you where you don't know.
Yes.
He's like, he has a very eclectic, delving into the depths sort of art style.
Yeah, you can really see it in his work.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry, for always keeping Dave on his toes. Daniel Castelli is a super chat for $9.99. I had 1 week to do a newsletter cover for Citizens Abroad. I was told Unity theme and 8x11 format, so I did an image of fists raised in the air in a cool temp pastel palette. The problem was, no, come on, that sounds awesome.
So what was the problem?
I don't know, because that was the end of his super chat. So I'll have to figure it out. Artsy Design says, I think Dave needs to draw Rose. He has.
I have, yep.
Multiple times, actually.
Yep.
Not the whole comic, but
I've done some covers, yeah. I even did a Rose character as Spawn.
Yeah, Isla.
That was fun.
Isla's Spawn. That was a great cover. All right. Neil Durkin has a super chat for $4.99 while we wait for Daniel's super chat to show back up. Hey guys, any recommendations for where to send a script or fully drawn issue to be reviewed or critiqued? Thanks for being great.
Well, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. What do you think, Meredith? Something,
if you've got a fully drawn comic, I would say send it to like every publisher, right? Like
for sure, yeah.
Send it out, get it out there. If you've got a fully drawn comic, scripts harder to see. Like you have a harder time getting somebody to take a look at a script. Just to be blatant.
Yeah, look, ultimately the easiest thing to get people to review is art.
Yeah, because people can look at it and instantly decide, do I like it or do I not like it?
Right.
How's the storytelling? That's why artwork in a comic is so fundamentally important. It doesn't matter how good the story is if the artwork's terrible. Because you can't get past the art, or it's incredibly difficult to get past the art to see the story.
Right.
So scripts are hard though, because scripts require sitting down and taking, like I can flip through a comic and know if I like it or not in 2 minutes. I can't flip through a script in 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I have to admit, like I enjoy the stuff that you do quite a bit, but it is like you say, oh, hey, can you just read this, see what you think, and so you have to get in the mindset, you have to visualize it, and I don't want to just read something and just go, oh, it's great. I want to actually read it. And
you're very good. You're always very helpful with my.
But it's a commitment to do that.
Yeah, it is. I know. That's why I hate asking.
I hate it when you ask.
Oh, you're the best. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, I know. It
sounded genuine though, didn't it?
It really did. I was actually a little thrown for a second.
You're like,
yeah.
What happened? That's my goal, to make you feel uncomfortable. Michael Johnson Curry has a super chat for $4.99. I've been told yet again that my work is missing the X factor of more popular artists. What do I need to do that can expedite finding that faster? What is the X factor?
Generally speaking, you know, the how do I want? Okay, look, I'm going to answer you honestly, as well as I can. I personally think it's great when artists express their own style and have something that's unique and is different to themselves. And, you know, I think that there's not enough of that. And, you know, people say, well, you know, artists aren't as creative as they once were. And you see more kind of house styles. And, you know, the fact is that it's because writers are dominant right now, and writers all have, and editors, like, they know what will sell, and they are very particular about, anyway, the point being that if you look at a lot of like Brazilian artists in studios that get a lot of work, a lot of them work in a style that you would find very familiar, and they do that because it makes it very easy to get work. So like Ivan Rice kind of a style is very popular, and that is the truth. And really, in a practical sense, what that means is looking at what publishers are publishing, what kind of style, and really just going for that. And I mean, I hate to recommend that. It's not like I hate to recommend that. I want to say, you know, be true to yourself, and really you want to make a name for yourself. And the way to do that is to, but you know, it is possible also to do that and get in the door and then angle more toward what you would like as you go along. And I just read this interview with an artist that had this really inventive kind of a style that was really cool. Anyway, he did the big green plant guy. So bad with me.
Swamp Thing?
Thank you. Gosh. Anyway, he did Swamp Thing.
How pathetic is it that you just asked?
Around the same time that
Meredith
Yannick
that.
Paquette was doing Swamp Thing, and he, as he was going along, added more and more of his own personal aesthetic. But that was after, you know, getting in the door and so, you know, that's something to think about. I mean, I do hate to recommend that, but you ask and there is truth to it. I would say, you know, when they say X factor, they're not talking about quality. What they're talking about is, you know, hey, this looks like something that I know that people have bought in the past. There's truth to that for sure.
Oh, okay. Here's what happened with Daniel. This is his super chat to finish his story. Daniel for $9.99. Daniel says, I didn't account for the title or all the text in the margins. The fists were cropped off when it went to print, and it's just abstract forearms on the cover. I felt they should have resized. Yeah, they should have resized.
Oh, yeah.
That is like...
That reminds me, early on, I used to...
Awful editorial.
It is. It's inexcusable, but this is how this happens. This is how it goes. I'm totally not surprised. And yeah, this is just how it goes. I remember I was at Top Cow and I had this arm that I had drawn on Ripclaw that I was so happy with. Like, I spent forever on it. Mark Silvestri helped me with it, so it was better than I could do on my own at the time. But he could probably still do a cooler arm, frankly. But, you know, and anyway, they put a massive word balloon, like two of them, one here and kind of one attached right here over the entire arm, the whole works. And it's not like there wasn't room. Like, there was room around that figure. They just, yeah.
They chose not to.
I was so upset. Oh. And since then, over the years, generally speaking, editors and writers they're pretty good about not doing that, but it happens, and I just let it go nowadays. And I have actually not that long ago been cropped poorly. Actually, there was a time. Oh, that looks awful. There was a time I did a cover just not that long ago, and I was totally convinced that it got cropped badly when I saw it in print.
And then you realized you just drew it badly?
Well, I went and looked at the art, and that's where I cropped it.
That sucks.
It was not them, it was me. I'm sure they were thinking the same thing.
It's me.
Yeah.
I don't often say that.
Yeah.
All right. Rike Ingles 123 has a €5 super chat. Rike says, since we're on this topic, could you please add Juggernaut to the waiting list? You two sound much better this week. Hope everybody is healthy again.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, we're definitely feeling better.
And Juggernaut,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like actually a great one.
Yeah, it really is. That would be a lot of fun. Definitely some rocks getting flown around with that. So, you know.
Yeah. Russ Hicks says, erase that foot quick before it's too late.
Now all of a sudden I'm coughing. What's going on?
I don't know. Don't cough. Don't cough. All right. Nicholas Camargo has a super chat for $5 Australian. I think A means Australian. Hello, David and Meredith. Thanks for doing this. I'm new to comics, and I have been learning a lot from you. Huge inspiration. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Nicholas.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd say thanks for staying up, but it's 12 hours. So good morning. And I hope you're enjoying your coffee, because I'm assuming that's what everybody drinks at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Unless it's tea.
Unless you're done your coffee and you're on to something harder, and then we all have a problem.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Just apparently I sound louder when I'm muted, according to Johnny Cage.
Well, Johnny, that's because she yelled at the top of her lungs.
Yeah, you're not shutting me up. Kyle Williamson says, hey, Dave and Mare, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I'm patiently waiting for you to draw Dead Man. Love watching you draw regardless. Put that on the list.
Yeah.
Why you have paper there? Why are you not writing these things down?
You know, I'm a little bit multitasking as it is here.
Okay, hold on. Before I'm going to read another super chat, and then I'm going to make myself a list.
Okay.
Water Shush has a super chat for 10 SGD, which I don't know what SGD is.
But we appreciate it.
But we do appreciate it. And Water Shush says, call me hater.
Uh-oh.
HAIDER. Not hater.
Okay.
Hater. Just dropping hello. Oh, just dropping a hello from Singapore to you two again. I'm drawing as I watch the stream again, as usual. Is there a character you personally want to draw during the stream, Dave? Hater, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes, thank you very much. I would say
honestly, thanks everybody for the super chat.
Yes.
Because I mean, we say thank you, but we thank everybody.
So characters that I would really like to draw on the stream, to be honest, a lot of the first ones were I drew Lobo, I drew Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight was first. I drew Batman, Wolverine. I really drew a lot of the characters that I really like drawing a lot. And then I kind of realized, I can't just draw. I can't draw 10 pictures of Batman on here. That would get a little old. So I started drawing characters like this, like Static, where it's it's a cool character, but it's not quite as well known. Just makes it a little more fun, I think. And we have our 75,000. I mean, I guess I'm kind of assuming. I don't want to assume too much, but
we'll get there.
We'll get there, I think. And
I think we'll get there before the end of 2000.
I think, yeah, maybe we'll see. But anyway, when that comes, I will be doing more of a I think last time I did Batman, it'll be something a little bit more like that. I think we'll see.
Okay, so who's it? Henry Jeremic wants.
He wants Death's Head 2.
Death's Head 2. I'm making a list. Death's Head 2, and then I have Gambit, and then I have Juggernaut and Deadman.
No. You have Invincible.
Oh, and Invincible.
Did you mention Gambit?
Yep.
Okay.
Death's Head 2, Gambit, Invincible, Juggernaut, Deadman.
All right.
Am I missing anybody?
Probably, but I mean,
we'll find out. I'm putting it to the stream now. I might be overwhelmed. I might wish I hadn't done that in a minute. But here we are. I'm making a list. Checking it twice.
Oh, no.
Black.
The minute you said making a list, I'm like, here it comes, and there it is.
But I didn't sing because it's probably copyrighted. And I've already sung once tonight. Black Tiger 001 has a super chat for $5 Canadian. Would you be willing to do 2 characters in a live draw, like a couple, like Ollie and Black Canary, or Rogue and Gambit, or Starfire Nightwing? You did do that. You did Spider-Man and
Venom, and I also did Hellboy and Lucian from Ascension. So yeah, absolutely, definitely.
We just got to plan it out.
And the way that I do it is I'll just do 1 week I do one character, and the other week I do the other. There's just not time. I mean, there's time, I guess. I could sit here for 5 hours, but Meredith would balk. That would
would absolutely. He'd be on his own.
Yeah.
And Al Padrino's name is Juan. So
Juan?
happy birthday, Juan. Yeah.
There you go.
See, that's how far behind on the super chats I am. We're at the happy birthday comments from me singing happy birthday.
Did anybody comment on how wonderful that was? You're singing? No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Actually, I got, Meredith is hilarious. Never a dull moment. Apparently, my singing is hilarious.
Yep.
That's right. My kids think that too. Kevin Mandevil has another super chat for $4.99. Kevin says, Dave, love the vehicle video from this past week. Will you still be doing a full page or cover from start to finish video? I feel like these, like a full page or cover from start to finish, that's got to be a Skillshare thing. It just can't be done in a YouTube 10, 15, 18.
It can't be. And that's all there is for sure. It's not possible. But I will say a full page, and not only will it be a full page, but it'll be a real breakdown of composition.
It's coming?
Yeah, it is coming. I've actually got it all plotted out, like the whole, not like everything's broken down into chapters. All the chapters are
coming through your Skillshare, though. It's coming through a different source.
A different source.
Which
Very excited
discuss.
I can't, but it's coming soon. And yeah, it's all kind of worked out. We know exactly what we're doing with it. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be getting to actually putting the thing together. So
perfect.
Yeah, it should be out. I mean,
hopefully soon.
It's a little bit out of my hands in terms of.
You're not. You say you're putting it together, but you're not putting it together.
Well,
you submitted raw footage, and they're putting it together.
That's right. So yeah.
So yeah, it's out of Dave's hands now. He's
out of my
done his
hands.
part. It's on to somebody else.
Well, no, I haven't done my part. I've done the.
What haven't you done?
The actual recording of the.
Oh my gosh! Is there a face palm like sound effect right now?
Oh, you have no idea. Just
I need a face palm sound effect. A face palm sound effect.
The pre-work that went into it, making sure.
Oh my god!
All right.
I can't even stop right now. We're gonna move on. Next super chat: SCS powerlifting for $5. My head hurts right now. I'm here now. SCS says training ran late. Dave has to start over. LOL.
Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
And then we have a super chat from Christopher Henderson. My head still hurts, but like it was totally worth it. $15. Thank you for the stream, Dave. Your shading and lighting are awesome. I'm burning lavender for you, Meredith, to relieve my stress. I appreciate that. After that whole, all the work you've done, and you haven't even shot the freaking video. I can't even right now. Jim Lee Sheldon Martin says Jim Lee just did a sketchbook with licensed characters, right? I think we've done sketchbooks with licensed characters too.
Yes, but I haven't sold them anywhere aside from a convention. And Jim Lee has the advantage of being the publisher.
Yes. Did he put Marvel characters in there?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
That's what I want to know.
Anyway.
All right. Next super chat comes from Greg Al Static Art for $5. Greg says, my favorite artist drawing my favorite character. What would it take for me to get this drawing? My birthday's this month and it would make the best gift. It's not going to be a gift. But Eric will put it on the site. I'm going to say.
Don't.
I won't say anything. Okay.
This is coming along pretty quick.
It is.
All in all.
Art Johnny wants to know, Meredith and David Finch, do you know when you'll do another live stream? I have some art I'd like to hear Dave's opinion on. When are you going to do another?
Oh, yeah. I need to talk to. Actually, you need to talk to Robert, too.
I need to talk to Robert?
Yes.
What am I going to say?
He wanted to talk to you about, you know what, I'll tell you, but yeah, we both need to talk to him and we need to plan that. Let me just say, I'll ask Robert if he can do it over the next 2 weeks. Maybe even next week would be good for it. So
I think you need to plan it, sit down and figure it on the calendar, once every 2 months or once every 3 months.
There's no use. It's fine this way. We end up doing it every couple of months. And honestly, this way it works. And I've got so much stuff scheduled and planned.
Kenny's not going to spam us today.
No, I don't.
Making me sad. He's not going to push for the likes. It's all right, Kenny. We still love you. Maybe Kenny's sick. Jordan Clark's going to do it. Smash that like, everyone. See the thumbs? Yeah, click that.
Kenny's done his part.
He's
been in the wars.
In a row. He's pushed it hard. He threatened to blow stuff up. So
yeah, there's a point where Kenny just wants to be able to sit back and
relax, Kenny.
Yeah,
we gotcha. All right. I'm scrolling through for the next super chat, which is from Sheldon Martin for $5. Sheldon says, I used to have a neighbor that decorated his house Halloween themed for Christmas. Do you guys do or eat anything unusual for Christmas? No. I'm 100% all in on the traditional holiday.
Yeah, you definitely are. Yeah.
Full on, like, I put wreaths on my kitchen cupboards, decorate outside, all that.
Yeah, for sure.
We're full on, like, just traditional. Mulled, like, I think we experienced more unusual things when we visited Les and Cam when they were in Germany.
Yep, my sister, yeah, she does the mulled wine, and we visited them in Germany.
Never had before.
Yeah, it's probably what, four years ago now. It's a couple of years anyway.
No, longer than 4 years.
Okay, anyway,
she was in Cold Lake for 2 years. She was
you're
in
right.
For a year.
Man, time flies.
Yeah, like it's been a long time since Leslie's been in Germany.
Okay, so yeah, but we went to like every Christmas market in the entire country of Germany, like every single one.
We really did.
Leslie, I love you, but man, that was a lot of Christmas markets. But yeah, we had mulled wine, which was great. You know.
Yeah, and some more unusual things that we wouldn't necessarily get here for Christmas, so that was good. Sketchmatic is in the house. Howdy, Meredith and Dave. It's been a while. It truly has, Sketchmatic.
It has been. Yeah, it's always, I get comments on the live stream after it's finished from people that I haven't seen for a bit, and they say, oh, I haven't been on for a bit. And I thought, yeah, because I noticed, we don't.
Like, where's the greatest name? Greatest channel name that Meredith ever, I never see. Yeah. My favorite channel name.
Maybe you banned him and he's like,
I did not ban my favorite channel name. How could I ban my favorite self? I can't ban myself. It's not possible.
All right, I think I'm good for reference. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I better turn my screen brightness down. I'm already at 39%. What is wrong with me tonight? All right. I just want to make sure we might be ready for book of the week. It's 9:02, Dave.
Okay. Let me just finish this. And this brush, it's a
I just have to laugh. Eric Grove wrote, Al Padrino, I had to run your tears through the Google Translate. Eric's so funny.
Okay. So.
All right. Book of the week. It's 9:02. Where's my sound effect?
Book of the week.
Have the book of the week without sound.
It's running right now. It runs forever. I'm going to hit it. Okay. All right. So book of the week. And this week it is Anti-Genism. And this is by Matthew Lawfrey. This one's actually in English, which, is great. I could actually read it. I haven't. I've had it for years. I've looked through this a million times. It's a phenomenal book. Just the artwork is crazy. Anyway, here we go. I'm a little stuck for room here on the desk. Let me move my microphone again.
And I got Batman Beyond added to our list.
But yeah, you can see he just has incredible composition and really inventive set designs. Like, I love this with these massive figures, and like this shot right here is just great. And compositionally, it is so incredibly strong, and every panel in here is great. It really reminds me actually a lot of Claire Wendling. I've copied this before. It's like I'm coming off the camera here, but it's a room with like a cool looking beam. I know I've copied that at least once before. And there's a shot of some police cars. I'm going to zip ahead here just a little bit because I want to show you this cool shot. And I mean, you can see as I go through how cool this whole thing, like I love that character design, just very cool. And just composition. I love how he did that pacing with her drifting off into space and slowly kind of going, just very nice. But here we go. This shot right here just blows me away. I love how he incorporated the lights from the cars into the composition. And he even has a sound effect incorporated in there, and the whole, like, it gives it so much movement. And I've wanted to try this so many times, and I'm always afraid to really go so far. Like, I struggle with this kind of thing, and I really want to try it. I'm afraid I'm going to end up trying it. It'll just be a copy of this shot. I don't want to do that, but yeah, I love the way that he's got these buildings lit. They're just beautifully done. I don't know how well you can really see it from, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You got to see this book. It's worth taking a minute just to come in here a little bit, just so you can really see this thing. And now I'm blurry. It totally blurred out. What happened? Oh, I hit autofocus. Okay. Wrong button. Okay, here we go. It's coming a little more. Yeah, you can, I mean, just beautifully done. I love the buildings, and it's all ink work, which I'm doing a lot more now. I really need to get this book out. I was looking at this a lot more as a penciler, and some of this is a little bit hard to translate, but yeah, I mean, this panel is just amazing to me. And then check that out. And I can't, now that I'm zoomed in, let me zoom back out. Can't really see the whole thing. It's a whole double page spread of buildings, kind of like or like a ship jammed through buildings, all this kind of. When I was doing Ultimatum, a book that, you know, a lot of people hate, but you know, I had fun drawing it anyway.
Stop it. Nobody hates Ultimatum.
Some people hated it. It's all right.
We don't acknowledge those people.
Oh, you know what? There were a few panels in there that I don't blame them. But yeah, I was looking at this book a lot for that.
I feel like I have to shout out to One Mighty R for One Mighty's $2 super chat about the book of the week.
Yeah.
Which made me say it was time for the book of the week.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, thank you, One Mighty R. Yeah, and I love this. He's got like, I don't even know what's going on here, but just very cool. Anyway, I'm going to show one more picture from this. I don't want to, because this whole book, every single page is like this and this cool. And it's just incredible. You know, it's like some kind of a crazy demon world sort of a thing. And, you know, and just his shadow placement and composition is just so spot on. He's such a phenomenal artist. And yeah, this book has been like a on and off again Bible for me for years. Like I did Wonder Woman. I was looking at some of this stuff. There's actually another page in here. It's a little further. Well, anyway, there's so much stuff that I've taken.
You could be there all night.
I could be. I'm going to show one more page because it's just so good. There you go. One more page. All right. Anyway, and the figures are great. I'm not even talking about the figures, which are also really phenomenal. I think it's a bit of an older book. I mean, you look at the cell phone that's in here. I mean, that's not new. I've had this book for ages. So there you go. This is Antigenism by Xavier Dorison. I haven't read it. Truthfully, I'm sure it's a great story. And Matthew Loffrey, and I've certainly looked at the art over and over and over again. It's beautiful. One of my favorite books.
Perfect.
Put it back up where it was.
All right, on my list right now, I have Death's Head 2, Gambit, Witchblade, Spawn. I put characters that have been requested a lot toward the top. Invincible, Juggernaut, Deadman, Batman Beyond, Danger Girl, Quicksilver, and Mr. Freeze. That's my list.
Good list. Danger Girl.
Yeah, that's on the list. That's going to keep us well into 2021. Anthony Gee has a super chat from $9.99. Anthony says, "Hi guys, David, I've been watching your clothing folds video over and over. Thank you for making it go to 100,000. It's making me slam my head on the desk over and over. I'll get it one day. Just thought I'd share. Happy Monday night." So we have Anthony to personally thank for getting that video over 100,000 views.
180.
What?
Yeah, it's.
We're gonna break 200,000.
One of these days,
Well,
maybe.
You
yeah.
are. I'm not. You are though.
Yeah, that video did, and I thought it was going to be like a total underperform. I never know.
Just never know.
Some videos, like I did constructive arm drawing, and I thought, oh, this is going to be huge, and it did fine. But in comparison, it's at just under 30,000 versus like 200,000. Almost. Yeah. Well, now I'm exaggerating, but whatever. Yeah, you never know.
Jorge Torres has a super chat for $4.99. Dave, will you ever do an acrylic painting live? I'm intrigued after hearing someone say they were mad at you when your first painting was amazing.
That was on Box Office Artist's channel. That was
his first painting was amazing.
Well, thank you, Meredith.
I'm going to decide to paint.
Yeah. By the way, I did a video with Box Office Artist, and Andy Park was there. Andy Park. He's an old Top Cow artist. I've known him for years and years and years. And for years now, he's been the head of Marvel Visual Development. So he was on there talking about, all the stuff they do, making the Marvel movies and, designing all the characters and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he was talking about painting. Now, he does all digital painting now. I certainly could not touch what he does. By the way, he has a tutorial channel also. I was watching, he's got a tutorial on how to paint Thor and how to paint Loki. Really great, and he's just great to listen to. Like they're really good videos, and you could not learn from a better source. I mean, is there a a more prestigious position to be in as a concept artist. I don't think there is,
I think there is.
head of Marvel Studios. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it was very nice of him to say that. And I will at some point. I will. I was actually just thinking the picture that I desperately want to show today, and I'm not. I won't. I was really considering bringing out the paints. I thought, okay, if Meredith comes down and sees me doing that, first of all, it's the 7th cover of a series.
That's not happening.
DC would be furious too because it totally wouldn't fit with the other ones.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
All right. Next super chat.
But I'm gonna paint soon. I'm sorry, Meredith. I'm gonna paint soon. I'm really thinking about it.
After the 15 sketches I just added to your list. SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. SCS says, Dave, because of you, I've been using my ink brush more. So
good.
Thanks for the courage to try to ink better.
That's great. Yeah. They work great, and they take a little bit to get used to, I guess, just to kind of get comfortable. But once you do, what really was hard for me is I got so used to with a pencil, I was scribbling all my blacks, and it becomes like a really predictable kind of a process. And when you're using a brush, you can just go wonk a big black area, and it was really like it scared me a bit. So yeah, it was a bit of a transition. But now it's actually hard for me to pencil, truthfully.
Well, Eric Grove, our awesome moderator, says Dave is almost at 70,000 subs. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. Yes, please do. Please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, and Dave, you always say, like, why do you say that? And maybe we should say the beginning of videos and end of videos, but some of these videos get a lot of views.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody who isn't subscribed is going to watch this or is watching this tonight.
I just look,
you should say subscribe.
I'm happy that you say subscribe, and I never want to complain, but at the same time,
he thinks we're not doing a 70,000
no
giveaway. We're doing 75,000.
But it's just honestly,
so
Meredith, it's not about that. I don't think
75.
You don't get 75,000 or whatever it is by saying, hey, subscribe to me. You get there by trying to put out the best content that you can put out and make it valuable for people.
Are you telling me Ninja doesn't say subscribe?
I don't know. I never watched
Like
Ninja.
and subscribe.
Why
do you think Everett and Isaac say that in all of their videos? Like and subscribe.
I say it in all my videos too.
That's what every YouTuber says.
I just don't like saying
I'm
it
saying
every
on the
10
live
seconds.
stream.
All right.
So there you go. I said it. Like and subscribe.
Okay. Well, and I'm going to say again,
for
all of you guys that are here watching, I just appreciate that you're here watching.
We love you guys.
We do.
Manuel Taveras has a super chat for $2. How do you focus during rough times?
Yeah, that is a good question. And I'd say rough times for me are, I have an easier time drawing. If I'm in a bad mood, it's actually easier for me to draw because it's a bit of a release.
Yeah, he gets Meredith to piss him off.
Yeah.
He comes upstairs and picks a fight with Meredith.
Rough times, I would say for me, when I think, I'm really having a hard time drawing, are times that sometimes I just feel like I can't draw. It's funny. There are times I think like, it's crazy that I'm an artist. Like, what the heck am I doing? Like you feel like it's just an imposter. This isn't even me. I don't even know how this happened, And yeah, that can be tough to get through at times. And it happens to me for sure. And my strategy for that has always just been to just keep drawing, just work through it and do because I have work that has to get done. I also, I'll admit and this kills me. This is the worst. I had so much work to get through and I managed to burn through a bunch of it and really kind of catch up on my schedule a little bit. And then I spent the last couple of days, last few days, almost getting nothing done because I just burnt. And I hate that because when I'm working so hard to get something done, I'm doing it with a goal in mind. Like I'm going to get ahead so I can get into this and get my schedule. And then it's all screwed up again. And
yeah, because now I'm getting emails about covers again.
Yes, I know. I
know.
I
just see it.
I saw it. I did.
All right. Let's go to something positive, like Rich Ware's comment. Ha ha ha. My wife and I love Christmas too. She was like, I want to put the tree up 2 days ago. And I was like, I never told you to take it down. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Never too much Christmas. That's my favorite time of year.
Yeah. Last year you were a little, I don't know what was
burnt. I was
you were really
at Christmas last year. I just was exhausted. But this is gonna be our last Christmas in this house, so I am doing it up.
Yeah, last year, and you still decorated. It's not like we didn't. But
I know I decorated, but I didn't do as much as I normally do. But this year I'm gonna pull out all the stops because A, it's going to be our last Christmas in this house, and B, people are going to be walking through, and I'm hoping to sell them on this house.
That's true. They'll be walking through.
Won't
right
just
through
be
Christmas.
selling people on the street. I'll be selling people on my house.
You know,
So,
anybody coming down to look at the basement, I'm just going to be barking at.
bacon cookies. No, you won't be allowed to be down here. This basement, actually, we'll have to do a studio tour because your basement will have to be clean.
I'm going to have to find another place to work for a bit because I can't be working.
No, we'll just people schedule open house.
Eric,
tours
I'm coming to your house.
in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah. Greg L. Static Art, $2 super chat. Hey, did you confirm this is? I said. He says, "Hey, IDR." Maybe he just meant Dave. Did you confirm this is a Kuretake brush?
Okay, no, I haven't actually confirmed anything. It is. I'm sure of it. I'm 100%. Okay, 100%. I'm very sure. But no, I haven't actually. To be honest, I finished the live stream. This is how it always goes. I finish the live stream. The next day I watch it because I never get to see the comments and just watch. And so I end up just watching it. And I read everything that people are saying and I really appreciate it. And then I forget completely about it because I've got so much other stuff going on, like especially the weeks that I'm doing a video that week. Yeah, those are taking up a lot of time. My editing process I'm so fast at editing, believe it or not, Meredith, but they're taking longer and longer because I'm getting more like picky.
I have a Christmas picture for us from Kylie G. Draw a picture of Santa with bulging muscles and maybe have the Grinch shoved in Santa's bag. I love that.
That sounds great. Santa with bulging muscles reminds me of Lobo's Christmas special. If any of you guys have ever seen that, I've got it on the shelf. I could find it, but Meredith will freak out if I get up and start looking for a book.
That being said, I'm going to add Ghost Rider to your list because I know Ghost Rider is.
Yeah, and I'm dying to do it.
I'm putting him under Spawn.
Okay.
I decide what order everybody's in, just so you know. I decide. I can't even. Can I say that? Is that copyrighted too? Who lives or dies?
I don't know. Is that from
you
something?
Say stuff. It's from. I think it's from a movie.
I'm pretty sure you can't copyright a catchphrase from. I don't want to.
Who the hell knows?
Who knows? I never thought I'd be in a position in my life of worrying about the things that come out of you being copyrighted. Would you ever have thought of that?
I'm like a constant bleep machine. Jorge Torres, except for the super chats, has a super chat for $4.99. Jorge says, "Got to do Gladiator or Silver Surfer." You actually did do Silver Surfer.
I did, yeah.
There's a stream for that.
We beat you to that one.
Aha! We win. And Marvel loved it so much they're going to do it as a cover.
Yeah, it's all colored.
My fingers all of a sudden. What's up with that? What's wrong with me?
But yeah, they're all colored. I'm actually, you know what? That is something because I keep saying I don't follow up, and I don't follow up. I'm going to email Marvel tomorrow and say, hey, some of the ones that are colored, can I show them on the stream and see what they say? I don't know what they're going to say.
I don't know. Who knows?
But it would be nice to be able to show them.
Ask.
I'll ask.
Jordan Clark says, let's get to 400 likes. Everyone go roundhouse kick that like button. Thanks, Jordan. I'm at 397. Maybe we're already at 400 by the time I read that. See, Kenny was able to sleep and Jordan stepped up into Kenny's position.
Every time I hear Kenny or see his name, I think the first time he commented on a video, he went, Dave, with like 10 A's. So every time I hear his name, I think, Kenny.
Oh, yeah. And Kenny says, no, you definitely get people to subscribe by telling them to subscribe. See, I win. So freaking spinning back, sidekick, let that like button, says Kenny. All right. Black Tiger 001 as a super chat for $2 Canadian. Can we get a sketchbook tour one day? Love the sketches. Of course we'll do a sketchbook tour. Sketchbook. You got to do the sketchbook.
A sketchbook tour.
That means do a sketchbook and then show everybody what's in the sketchbook.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Did you say something about imposter syndrome?
Yeah. You heard of that before?
Yes.
Okay.
And Kenny confirms that you're the imposter.
Oh, man. Yeah. Thank you, Kenny.
All Do you feel like an oh, look who's here visiting. She's quiet right now, though. She's not complaining.
Do I feel like an imposter? Yeah, of course. Sometimes, yeah, for sure. You know.
I just don't work, and then I don't feel like an imposter because I'm not working. I have work I have to be doing. But
yeah, and then there are times like I'll draw something and I'm really like it needs to be a really nice picture and it just kind of falls flat.
That's because you put pressure on yourself.
I know, and that could
when
be
you
hard
just
to recover
don't care and you bang it out. I'm like,
But
oh,
yeah,
that's the greatest ever.
You say that, and sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's really
sometimes
not.
It's not. But
Yeah.
I just need to make you more angry.
Is that right now? I'm getting more angry.
No, not right now because you're already going. Just when like on a day when you
Oh, I
need to
see.
get work done.
Right.
Remember how like your best days used to be the days we'd fight?
Yeah.
All right. Next super chat comes from Rich Ware for $5. Love the pens. I posted watercolor painting of the jack-o'-lantern on your Discord. The lines and blacks of which were all done with those pens.
Oh, great! I'll have to check that out for sure. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, they're great pens. Actually, that is going to be the topic of my next week's video is inking. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these pens, my brush pens. So this ridiculous, I've got to sort this out before I do the video. I don't know if you, so check this out. This is my brush pen, the good one.
Not the right tip on it. That's like the wrong
Right,
tab.
because I lost it. And so I just put this is a micron tip, but this is oh, look at what I did to it too.
Did you break it?
No, it's just all bent up in there. It's a sable hair brush tip. Anyway, I can get a much finer line with it. It's also waterproof. I don't worry much about it being waterproof, honestly, because these pens are also not waterproof. So what's the point of worrying about it? If half the pens I'm using anyway are not waterproof, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, maybe don't put your page in the water. How about that?
I don't.
So there you go.
That's why I don't worry about it.
The paper's not waterproof, so I think we're all safe. All right. Uh-oh. Every once in a while, my screen just flips.
Yep. You say that every week.
Well, because it happens every week. Hold on. I just want to make sure. I read the Rich Ware. All right. Jordan Seward's pushing for a house to sell. Hey, fam, you could own a Dave Finch house. That's a value purchase. Actually has Batman artwork in the powder room on the main floor, but I'm taking that with me because it's a peel and stick decal. It's like a huge wall mural.
Yeah, and I keep saying
your Batman 700 cover.
We need to take that down before we put it up for sale.
No, I'm putting the house up for sale with that up there, and then we're taking it with us.
People are going to come over and they're going to be,
some people say you can't take the chandelier. I'm saying you can't have the artwork.
I think people are going to say, "Oh, okay."
I don't think
Darn.
so. It's very tasteful.
It's all well. It's black and white.
Yeah,
you know, it's a
it
statement.
goes with the tile. It is not garish.
Yeah, okay, but how many people would want that?
Doesn't matter. It's like it's peel and stick.
There you go.
They don't get to have it anyway.
Okay.
I'll put a big. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll put a big like yellow sticky note that says, "This does not come with the house."
This is why I never argue.
Because I'm always right.
Yes, that's why.
Right. Jordan Clark has a super chat for $5. If we're taking suggestions tonight, I would love to see David's modern take on velocity.
Oh yeah.
All right, adding velocity to the list.
Be nice to do some.
This is not a guarantee. I just want everybody to know this is not a guarantee, but it does mean I should spell velocity right. That when Dave's like, "Oh, what should I draw?" I'll be like, "Hey, I've got a list." Jerry Orasco has a $20 super chat.
Well,
thank you so much, Jerry. Hi, Dave. When I met you in 2006, I got a head sketch from you. So sorry for the cough. And you were surprised when I asked for Colossus, but I love your take on him and would love to see you draw more of him. Your approach to metal has taught me a lot. You do metal really well.
Well, thank you. And thank you.
I'm adding him to the list.
Okay.
I'm adding Colossus to the list because I agree 100% with Jerry. Yeah. Your metal stuff, that's why Silver Surfer was such a great sketch.
It was fun. And it goes fast. It's one thing about metal is it took me forever to kind of get comfortable with it. I actually learned it from Billy Tan. I could not draw metal, and he was inking. Well, he wasn't inking me, but he did ink me on a pinup, and this is very early on for me. And I said, look, I don't know how to do this. He did it beautifully. So I said, can you just help me out with it? He said, oh, yeah, no problem. And so he did it, and just seeing what he did with it, it's amazing when somebody does something on your own work, what it can do to, teach you something.
I thought I should save the suggestions before I delete. I accidentally closed the suggestions, and then we're starting back from zero.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the YouTube video that I posted this week, the car one. I had that thing all edited down, the whole works. And so when you use Premiere Pro, it autosaves. And but in order for it to do that, you have to at least do one initial save, which I didn't do. I got the whole thing edited. I did all the sound to the edited video because that's how I do it. And then I was freezing up, which happens a lot. And so I just closed it. I figured I'll open it again. It'll run fine. Well, I lost everything. And now I had sound that was synced to nothing because anyway, so I had to completely re-edit the video to the set. Nightmare.
That sucks.
Yeah, I part of the reason I fell behind so badly this week is that video took me twice as long to do as I ever budget time for. Not good.
All right, Ross Klein says, David Mayer, do you guys like underground comics like R. Crumb? I have never actually read it. I was never a big fan, but I found a few recently that were really good. Also, my Mac is not letting me on your Discord. Any advice? I'm going to turn that one over to Eric.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have a Mac. I haven't tried to be on the Discord, though.
You're not on the Discord?
I'm not on the
You
Discord.
are not part of the Finch flock.
I'm not.
By the way, that is official now.
I know.
I fought it.
No.
So I went on Discord and I saw people were typing in like letters, and they like in response to like there's like the next video is coming up and people would write like a little emojis and it would spell out Finch flock. And I thought, okay, well it's
yeah.
Can't fight that.
You can't fight it. We need Finch flock. Everybody's part of the Finch flock now needs like a special little like emblem.
Need put out t-shirts.
Whatever the thing is, emblem thingamajingy. Like what is it that Everett did for his Twitch? You get like a medal or medallion or
oh yeah.
What the heck is it? Help me out here.
I forget.
You're the worst.
I don't remember.
All right. I'm going to move on to something I can do, which is read super chats. From Gaz for $10. How about a Jack Burton sketch from Big Trouble from Little China?
Huh.
Was that a comic book?
No.
As a movie. It is a movie.
It's a great character, though.
That is a great character.
You know what? It would be an interesting one for me to show you how I do, because you could basically watch me cheat my way through a sketch. I'll tell you right now how I would do that, because I can't do likenesses. So I would find a face. I wouldn't want to just do copy the picture from the poster, but I would just find a face that works. Actually, I think what I would do is sketch my figure, then find a face that works kind of at that angle, trace it, frankly, and then draw. I don't copy the lighting or anything, but yeah, just to get the facial features the way. Yeah, that's totally how I do it. And before you judge too harshly, that's all the guys that do. I say guys, all the men and women who do, Star Wars or Star Trek comics, that kind of thing. That's how they do it. Trying to get likenesses, unless you're Jeff Campbell, J. Scott Campbell.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next question comes from Claudio Rogojan. Claudio says for $2, is Canada's border going to be opening up soon? I want to go. And then I Googled it because I don't know when our border will open up.
Never. I mean, we're stuck here forever. Who knows? It's
the border will October 26th. This is the most recent thing I have.
Yeah.
We could expect the border to stay closed until at least next summer.
Next summer.
Last week, the closure of the U.S.-Canada border to non-essential travel was extended and will remain shut until at least November 21st. It's been closed since late March as a measure to guard against the spread of the coronavirus. So who knows? Yeah. You can't come till at least November 21st.
Starting to feel like a real Canadian now. Yeah. Now that we're stuck here.
We're never allowed to leave.
Miss the States.
I miss our friends.
Yeah. Yeah, we do conventions, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too, right? And you see a lot of the same people, and you get to know people, and we have breakfast or whatever. And
I miss hanging out with Lee Weeks.
yeah, Lee Weeks,
I
Greg
love
Capullo, and
yeah, Greg and Jamie go
yeah.
for dinner with them,
and
Arthur and Joyce,
Arthur Adams and
Yeah.
Joyce. Yep. Yeah, I just you miss people.
I miss the fans.
Yeah.
That's what I miss the most, though. People coming up, because to be honest, you guys sort of like at a convention when you meet people face to face, it energizes you because you live in a bubble here.
A whole lot less, while that's true.
Less because we do the stream.
A lot less, for sure. And
I know certainly for me as a writer, I tend to get like nobody's reading my book, blah 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 blah, and then I would go to a convention and I had people come up and they would talk to me about the book and how much they enjoy it, and it would really make me want to go home and revitalize me to keep working on the book.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one thing I am looking forward to is conventions starting back up and being able to, meet a bunch of people from here, from our chat. That'll be nice.
That will be nice. All right. The next super chat.
You know what we need to do?
What?
At like New York or like one of the big, we need to do like a dinner for like, yeah.
Or we could have a panel. I don't know. What if everybody shows up for dinner? I can't take like 400 people out for dinner.
But it wouldn't, because come on, like everybody's from all over.
Panel. Let's do a panel.
Yeah, whatever.
American Day Monday Night Draw live in New York. That would be fun, actually. You laugh. That could be fun. Greg L. Staedler has a super chat for $2. Greg wants to know, how do you draw abs when they're bent like this?
Greg, okay. So I did a video on torsos, and I showed basically quickly how to, you just kind of do this sort of a shape here. That's really, a very simple way to do abs. Now, if I'm going to draw a figure, so I've got my figure kind of, here's my head, kind of bent over, and the abs are going to be like this. So here's my chest. I'm trying to go really quick with this, so it's pretty crappy, but here's my rib cage. And then for the abs, I draw a line down the center, and here's this one, and then this one, it's a little narrower, and then this one, and then I just connect them up. So if I draw a line through here, downward, I know where to connect them. And there you go. That's how they go in there. And then to light them, I'm going to put some shadow underneath my rib cage here. And the way I like to light them is I like them to have, and part of the reason I shape them the way that I do is I like them to have a shape that's kind of like this. And so here's the other side. And I just think, and here's like, the next level down. I like a line that has, some nice character to it a lot more than just, if I went like this. Like you can see just rounded shapes like that. Or even if I did, something like that. It just doesn't have anywhere near as much, like,
okay.
We'll kind of, so that's it.
I have to read this.
And I just draw it. Anyway, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
So y'all better nutcracker choke that like button. And he says the funniest things. Like, you miss it because you're not on the stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I see it after you. I say this every week. Button. You don't listen. I see it all the time.
I see it every time. That was too funny. Poop dealer. I don't want to die before I see Dave draw guts from Berserk. I would give anything for that. Also, hi Meredith. Guts from Berserk.
I think it's anime.
Oh, there you go. So put that on the list too.
Yep. Yeah.
And Allison McClone for $1.99 reminding me, Allison, I'm so sorry. I did put a super chat for Raven. Second super chat tonight. Ask for Raven. Raven is now on the list.
Oh, did you not have it on there?
I
Medical?
didn't,
Oh,
but Raven got pretty high up there because there aren't a lot of women on the list, and you know Meredith. I got to fit my girls in.
Yep.
So, all right. Like here, Kenny Wang says Al Padrino, tea is nice, but you know what's better than tea? Hitting the like button. Not in my house. Tea's better. I got Isaac drinking tea.
Yeah, that kid drinks tea like.
I know. That's all he's allowed to drink after dinner.
Yeah. Kid takes after me, so he's on a diet right now.
Meredith, could you have Dave draw the scarecrow in holographic form? Put scarecrow on. I don't know what that would be for holographic form.
Me neither.
But I'll put scarecrow down. Because you haven't done scarecrow yet.
Yeah, and I drew a bunch of scarecrow.
Yeah, for Batman.
Yep.
With Greg.
Hurwitz.
Yes, thank you. I can't talk and spell scare at the same time, apparently.
I can always tell when I put whiteout down
Scarecrow.
or like ink down and blotch my handwriting. I can feel it's wet, and I'm like, a minute I'll go back and fix it.
Finch flock go.
Woohoo!
Tessedin. Oh, all right. Here we go. Finch flock. Anthony Gee has a $1.99 super chat. Dave, would you do a video on dynamic capes?
Oof,
That would be a good quickie, like 5-minute cape video.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start?
Or keeping a list of videos. Yeah.
Videos. I'm writing it. Videos. Video suggestions. Cape. Dynamic capes. Dynamic capes. There I go. I've got it all. Why? How long have we been doing this?
Before you actually...
Before I realized I could use my computer for something other than just watching the stream.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
No comment.
I spent a week on the couch. It really rejuvenated me.
Yeah, that's true. She really did nothing but sit and watch TV for a week.
I was
which
sick.
I've never seen before in my life.
I was sick.
Like, she cannot sit down ever. I don't know what impression you, like, to me, just listening to you talk, I get that impression, but it's totally true. She can't sit down. And for a week, she did nothing. It was crazy to see.
Yep. All right. Chris Lavoy has a $5 super chat. Chris says, hey, Meredith and Dave, watching while folding laundry tonight. Switch to a 2H pencil. I'm loving how much more precise I can get.
Oh, great. Yeah.
First of all, I love that you're multitasking. That is like classic Meredith right there. Are you ironing too? Because then you get like 5 extra points for ironing. Ironing used to be my favorite. Like, I need to think about my writing task. It's perfect because you're like doing something which leaves just enough like distraction to leave your brain free. It's like why you get the best ideas when you're driving.
But that reminds me, I'm playing a new video game.
Oh my gosh.
So it's called The Forest. And what it is you're in a forest and there are these cannibals that you crash land in a plane, land in a forest, and you have nothing. And you have to start scrounging for resources. And these cannibals, they kind of leave you alone at first. But then when you start building and start, it's like clear you're not going to leave, they start attacking you. And so you have to build up your defenses as much as you possibly can before they come after you. And then there are caves, you can find cool weapons. Anyway, what I love about it, though, is you can create, and it's a lot of work because to build stuff with wood, you have to go out, you have to cut the wood, truck it. Anyway, I love it. And I basically spend probably seriously an hour a day just clearing my head and just building my I've got a house in there. I've got like walkway, it's crazy. The stuff that I'm doing with this thing, I'm having such a good time. So yeah, that's my new game. I might play this one forever.
Yeah.
Especially now that, what's the game I've been looking forward to? Project Red. Oh man, am I ever
like something Bridges of Terabithia or whatever. What's the? You're
Okay.
the worst.
I know.
I can't. I'm not gonna make up a name.
Cyberpunk
There you go.
2077.
Yeah, Bridges of Terabithia.
Right. Yeah, that's
Cyberpunk.
totally. Yeah,
They're the
that's funny.
same.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been waiting for that one. It just got delayed again. I'm sure some of you guys are looking forward to that one. Saw that, and so I've played the other game that I play all the time, Days Gone. I've played that game like 600-7 times through, so many times. I finally finished it again, and I needed a new game, and this one working out great. Highly recommend it. It's awesome.
All right.
If you are obsessive compulsive and slowly collecting trees and making them into a fort sounds like a good time, then there you go.
Yeah.
I'm playing it on PlayStation. All these, the best resource kind of whatever survivalist games are all on PC. But I only ever can play games like I come upstairs and before, like while Meredith's making dinner, I get my game time. And I can't sit down here. I'm down here all the time. I don't want to be sitting down here playing games too. So I come up my number one prerequisite to be able to play a game is that I can play it on the console. And apparently The Forest was on PC for ages. Like it was just PC for a long time and they finally released it. So
stop the presses. Your sister?
Yeah.
Her husband just posted a picture of their Christmas tree up. I quit the stream right now. I've got to get my tree up. How can I be behind? I don't have my tree up. Is it even November? Yeah. It's a little too early to have the tree up. I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, it's time for me to do outdoor lights.
My sister is Christmas tree shaming you.
She is. Leslie, you're banned from the chat. All right, Claude, she's probably not even paying attention to the chat anymore. Anyway,
now you guys know if she can ban my sister.
I banned his sister.
None of us are safe.
Nobody's safe. Just watch out. 1 week, Dave's not careful. I might ban him from the chat. Claudio Rogojan has a $5 super chat. Claudio says, "Crap," because he asked the "When can I go to Canada?" question. I was hoping to go to the Casino in Montreal. Also, have you done album covers before? And if so, what kind? I'm curious. I think Disturbed's the only one you've done. It's the only one I've done. I got a couple offers to do a few other ones, and it wasn't right. It wasn't right for you. But yeah, I did. And, I'm a huge fan of Disturbed, so that one was right for me. Right for you. You know the band I want to do an album cover for? Megadeth. Oh, yeah. Are they still, as a band? Yeah. It could, theoretically happen. I don't know, maybe, probably not, because... Apparently, I sounded like Soundwave for a minute. CTC Firebird says, Meredith just sounded like Soundwave for a second on my end. And Supersonico says, Meredith, your voice changed. Really? That's because I was having Christmas envy. I wonder if it's maybe just like a... By the way, ask the chat. I'm right here. I'll ask the chat. Ask the chat. Chat is like its own entity. Everyone. Hey, everyone. How was the video quality this time? Can you guys let me know? I tried to change it a little bit. I noticed the last... I was having... What's that? I'm just adding guts from... Okay. I was having problems because we were breaking up and the stream was we were dropping because I had the quality set too high. And then I'm looking at it and it looks terrible. I just haven't been happy with the quality lately. I noticed it's very, very low. And so I tried to adjust it. So if it does look a little better, I'm hoping. What I see here, unfortunately, is the unfiltered version. So you can see it on my screen, Meredith, is totally clean. But that's not what I see when I watch it back. Well, it's fine for me, but I don't know. So yeah, does it look like it did last week? Does it look a little better? And David and Minch. I can't even say my own name. I'm so tired. Are you really that tired? I do feel tired, actually. I've been outside a lot, sucking up the sunshine. I thought you might just be going this time. You seem pretty high energy. Yeah, well, it's 9:44. It's getting close to bedtime. You'll be glad to know this picture is getting there. Going to be done around 11. Jordan Seward says, Meredith, level up. Meredith is like the holograms in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Thanks. What does it mean, level up? Bird. I don't get it. I don't either. I must have said something for which I needed to level up. But I'm so behind the chat that I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right. Russ Hicks has a super chat for $5. Russ says, I'm terrible at coming up with questions, but the tip jar needs some love.
Oh,
so
Russ.
thanks for the killer tutorial this week.
Well, thank you very much, Russ. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It was a fun tutorial. It really was. I knew that it was going to be a lot of work, you know, and by a lot of, okay, actually, well, it was a lot of work. Because it always is, but it takes me longer to draw things like cars, that kind of thing. I can't just kind of, you know, fake it in the same way. Like the video that I did on 1 point perspective, I intended on doing 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. I still will. I've been putting it off because those videos,
perspective videos died on the vine.
Yeah, but you know what? They're important. Like
they are, but you are less inclined to do it because you didn't feel like you got enough views.
Meredith,
We're all human.
Your level of honesty, not appreciated.
We're all human.
Okay, it's true.
We want to be liked.
I was a little disappointed that it didn't do that well, and so yeah, that's part of it.
So there you go. Here, I'm gonna make you feel better. Xander Malcolmson says, I remember when I asked you about capes when you posted your Batman 700 pencils on Instagram, and you told me to copy Kelly Jones.
Yeah. Oh, you know that, and I actually, I've got my Kelly Jones book right there. I was going to do that as a book of the
next
week.
week.
There you go. Maybe I'll do it.
My computer's dying a hard death. Kyle Williamson says, yes, I'm also playing The Forest.
Oh, yeah. Awesome, Kyle.
All right, let me make sure I haven't missed any super chats. My computer dies before the stream's done. It's been a long time since I've had computer issues.
It's not even that late. Did you not charge it?
Oh, Jordan Seward says, Meredith, you did level up with your Mac. You can do more than watch live stream. Oh, I leveled up my Mac. Now right. I'm like actually using my Mac to keep track of the characters and stuff. See?
Got it. Yep.
Thank you. See, I'm not that bright.
Nope.
Not that smart. All right. 9:44. Chat became self-aware. John C. Oh, too much wine. No, I'm just too tired. There's never too much wine, Henry. But I'm drinking water, so I don't know if that matters. Greg L. Sadekar says it only goes up to 720 instead of 1080 like before since you started using StreamYard.
Oh, really? Is that what the problem is?
CTC Firebird says the stream's looking good.
You know what?
Jordan Seward says the video quality is great in Haidagwai. Looks great. No worries, says Henry Jeremic. I could even see the 2H pencil. Stream looks good on my end. Jeffrey.
Okay, you know what? I've got it set to high definition 720. This actually goes higher. I just don't have.
Leave it at 720.
I can't change it now. The quality of the
stream is really good. Listen, Kenny's the authority.
Okay. Well,
the quality of the stream is really good and will only get better if you hit the like button.
Kenny, I appreciate it very, very much. Next week it will be better because I had the setting wrong. So yeah.
I don't know, but do you want 1080? Because then
I want the highest. No, well,
maybe it affects stream quality. If you're
the stream quality is lower than it has been for like this whole time.
All right.
The last couple of weeks.
We don't have good internet though, so maybe
it should be fine though because trust me, I know what I'm doing. I say that as I have been streaming the wrong way for 2 weeks. I actually bought StreamYard, so I'm not using the free version, and I bought it just to make sure that I could do this at proper quality, and then didn't hit the setting.
Well, there you go. Alec Obert has a super chat for $5. Alex says, "Hey, D and F." I'm assuming that means Dave and Fam, because Meredith starts with an M. Jimmy announced. Sorry, I'm just being a dick now. Jimmy announced that I'll be doing a backup story in his next issue, and it's thanks to your feedback on my pages and following your roadmap.
Oh, wow, that's great. Actually, yeah. Eric told me that you were doing that, and that's great. So I have on my website, I've got a blog post, and it's basically just a roadmap for a way to get better. So what to do first, where to go from there, that kind of thing. And it's a broad overview, but yeah, I put that all in there. So it's really great to hear.
Congratulations, Alec.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah, congratulations.
He says, I said F, I meant M. Yeah, right? Because Meredith starts with M. No, I wasn't really trying to make you feel badly. I just couldn't help myself. That's what happens when I get tired. Kenny, we're on my screen right now. I'm at 499 likes. So we need one more like. And Matthew Mangy says, I'm feeling oddly pressured to hit that like button. Matthew, now's the time.
Hold out, Matthew.
So that Kenny can be happy for the rest of his life.
Hold out, Matthew.
499.
Don't do it.
I missed Jojo Hilario's super chat. Jojo, how did I miss your super chat? Oh no, Jojo. Jojo, just retype your question and put like make it all caps. There it is. I found it. Jojo Hilario has a super chat for 249 Philippine dollars. Do you prefer using HB or 2H in regard to pencils?
2H. I always use 2H and only 2H. I don't necessarily say that's the right way to go though, because I could be using a softer lead to fill in dark areas and things like that. And I know Jim Lee will actually block with a much softer pencil, and I've seen him do it, and he does it so effectively. I think it's a good technique. I would use it, but it took me actually a long time with inking just to get used to using different tools for different things. Like I would start inking and I would be scribbling with a tiny little pen. You know, it's so, I got into a habit. I use 2H. That's all I use, period. And I never change. And I really should. It's something for years I've thought, you know what, I want to get one of those big, huge, weird pencils that Jim Lee has and give it a shot and see what I get. I'll bet you it would, you know, be some interesting results. Look, as far as I'm concerned, if Jim Lee's doing it and it's working, then it works, you know, like clearly. But yeah, I use 2H and I can get so much. The paper that you use makes a big difference. So I'm using Strathmore. It's in the description. Strathmore 200 series, Bristol board, smooth. Actually, you know what? 2H actually works better on a rougher surface, even truthfully. So either one would be fine. I like smooth because it's easier to ink on. And I get much more detail, much easier with a 2H than with the other lead that I would use is an H. So it's still harder than HB. HB is softer than I would ever want to go. I just can't get detail with that. And as a matter of fact, I see samples. And when things look really a little dark and a little loose and, you know, kind of not really there, that's the first question I ask. What pencil lead are you using? I can tell when it's a 2H and you just can't get the detail out of that. Or
so
HB.
So Alec Ober is talking about your forest game. He says that game is so scary, especially since they don't move while you're watching them, but while you're watching one, others are moving up behind you.
Oh yeah, I've never seen a game with AI that is crazier than that game. Like they'll leap and jump up trees and skitter along them, and they do. Like one will distract you, and the other will flank you.
Good that you don't watch it with sound because I'm watching TV.
Yeah, well, I try to watch with a little bit of sound because that's you hear them as they're coming.
Yeah.
But
I missed it because my screen blipped again. Martin Davitt says Days Gone is great and it's getting a nice patch on PS5.
What?
There's the rest of Dave's free time.
I haven't been. So I've been planning on buying a PS5, but I'm not motivated to.
We're not getting it anytime soon.
Well, we can't.
Glitchy.
Glitchy, is it? Well, whatever.
I've heard. Well, that's what the boys that came for the sleepover told me.
Okay. I know I'm not getting it anytime soon because we can't. It's just not available anywhere. But I wasn't motivated to get it because there's no game that I really saw that really grabbed me so far. But if there's a patch for, I'll play the same game over again with like slightly different lighting.
Yeah.
I will though.
You love that game so much. You played it so much.
Yeah.
Like you just close your eyes and you can play that game.
I was hoping that by now they would announce a sequel and they have not. So who knows? I was really looking forward to. There's a Marvel Avengers game, and apparently it had a lot of trouble early on, just with like not working properly and being a little glitchy. And I've been waiting on that one to see if they kind of get that sorted out. Because I mean, I'd love to play as the Avengers.
All right, next super chat. By the way, we're at 518 likes on my computer, so Kenny is going to be happy for the rest of his life. And anybody in Kenny's family who is also listening to this can hold him to it. Rike Ingles 123 has a super chat for €5. Dave, do you ever come to European conventions? And if yes, which ones? We've been to France. We've been to England. Have we been to Germany? No.
Oh yeah, a bunch of times.
Have we? I don't think I've been to Germany.
We have actually done a convention in Germany.
We did
You have done
Napoli.
one convention in Germany. I've done a bunch over the years.
Oh, we did that. We just did the Germany one. We did was with Ivan and Joe. What? Crap. That was.
Oh, you know who else was there? Mike Diodato was there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was great. And I've known Mike Diodato
That was our last
for a long time, but that we really got a chance to actually get to know him a lot better. We had
really
like
was
practically
our last,
every dinner with him.
That was our last family vacation.
Yeah,
we haven't had a family. That was last year, 2019.
I
think so.
I kind of want to say it was 2018. Actually,
I think it was 2019.
Anyway,
Everett will know.
Yeah,
Everett will know. Because we left him alone at the hotel and he wandered around Germany.
That's right.
With his girlfriend on the phone because she's actually German. And she would ask questions for him because he had to buy me a flat iron. Remember that?
Yep.
He had to go in the store and buy me a flat iron.
Yeah, she was translating. I mean, I think she was born in Canada. Is that right?
No, she was born in Germany.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yeah, and her parents speak German at home.
Right.
So, but she's like, you would never know when you talk to her that she.
Well, yeah, when you move somewhere early, you lose the accent.
Kevin Mandevil has a super chat for 4.99. David, who is younger or an up and coming artist that you follow, and do you get the chance to read new comics?
I do. My favorite artist, then okay, he's not an up and comer anymore. That would be ridiculous to say, but Jorge Jimenez is my favorite younger artist. I love his stuff. I'm a huge fan. So yeah, Jorge Jimenez. That's the one that really pops into my head. There are some others. And I'm so bad with names. I'm blanking right now. That's something actually I'd like to do because I'm always doing the book of the week, and I mean, you guys notice they're all like older books because I'm going through my collection. I'm going through like a lot of eclectic stuff. It'd be kind of nice to do a younger artist that I'm a huge fan of that's kind of coming up.
That would be cool. I feel really bad because somebody on the stream, and I missed their name, said they'd just hit the subscribe button. Somebody watching the stream tonight is a fresh subscriber to you, and I missed who it was.
Well, it's very much appreciated.
So thank you to the person who subscribed and mentioned it on the stream. I saw it. Dave will see it when he watches the stream back, which he always does.
Yes.
But I want to know that I saw it, and I'm shouting out to you, even though I don't have a name, which is awful. I have 12% left on my computer right now.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I keep turning down the screen like brightness, so I can barely read the chats. But I can read Ryan Parfait. I need some ice cream. Super chat for $1.99. Are you excited for the game Gotham Knights?
I don't know. Okay, so the last Batman game that I played was the last of the really great series that was going on for a long time, and it had a bunch of Batmobile stuff in there, and I hated that junk so much. Like drive around it, like the Bat tank, whatever. It stopped me playing the game, truthfully.
Is that the Avengers game?
No, we're talking.
Oh, the Batman game.
Yeah.
Because I was just Claudio Rogogen has a super chat for $5, and Claudio said I heard Avengers was really buggy too, full of microtransactions, and the story was just generic. That kind of turned me off.
Yeah, that's what I have heard, and I'm a little concerned. Now, I don't mind microtransactions because I can just ignore them. Especially
what's a microtransaction?
What that is you buy
somebody who's not like a game.
So what it is, you buy the game, right?
Sure.
And now they have all kinds of you can get this.
Is this like Fortnite?
Right.
Isaac needs
there you
this
go.
Emote.
Yes.
I've got all these emotes and all these skins. And
yeah, and you feel like, hey, I've already bought the game and now you're selling me all this stuff. Okay. I love it when a game comes out and they charge extra for extra levels and things like that. I'm more than happy. I'll take my money. But yeah, when it's like a shirt, not down for that.
Dave?
Yeah.
What pen are you using right now?
I'm using.
What's the thickness?
I'll read you what I've got on this. So it is a fudenosuke brush pen, tombow. Tombow is the brand, and they have two types. They have this one. This is the hard one, and then they have a soft one. And you can tell the difference because the hard ones are like a silver bit right here at the pen part. Anyway, pen picture, and the soft ones are gold. And so this isn't hard. It's just more stiff. And I just get more control with it. So that's what I use. I've got some zebra ones. They're similar enough. I like these, I think, a little bit more. But honestly, every time I say I like it more, then I end up liking the other one more. Part of it, too, is I like these more, actually, when this is a fairly new one. I like them when they start running out because I can get a bit of a finer line with it generally.
Everybody's on the stream commenting that Patches is downstairs.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, she's down. This is her second visit tonight. She was so quiet the first time, people didn't even know she was down here. So we have a couple of youngsters on the stream tonight who I'll give a shout out for. Hold on. Mako Church is 13 and Marcel Fulmore is 12. So
well, thank you,
keep
Mako
drawing,
and
guys.
Marcel. Yeah,
if you're going to give them a tip, what would it be?
It would be to draw what you love, and draw every day, and challenge yourself. You know, it's easy to get into a habit of drawing a character from the same angle, and you really want to try and draw different angles, and you know, try and stretch what you can do, you know, and try and draw scenes and panels and maybe draw your own comic and just, you know, be nice and quick and loose with it and have fun and just enjoy the process. And also understand that learning how to draw for professionally takes a long time. It's a long process and you're young, so you don't want to turn it into a job too early. And, you know, I don't know of a more fun hobby. Now, obviously, I'm biased. But to me, this is my job and my hobby. And something I struggle with my son who's drawing is to just leave him be and let him draw what he wants to draw. And it's constantly, I want to say, you know, draw this, draw that. He likes drawing anime. I leave him alone. As a matter of fact, here, he just gave me this one.
Oh,
and so,
when did he give you that?
A couple days ago. And so what he's doing right now is he's actually tracing these off of his screen and then coloring them. And, you know, he's doing a great job with it. And he's tracing, but hey, you know what? That's how I learned how to draw too. So I've got a bunch of them down here, but this was one that was within arm's reach. So he keeps saying, show my art on the stream, show me. And I keep saying, no. Well, there you go. I showed his art.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going to tell him.
Yeah, don't
tell him. All right. Ryan Parfait called me out because I didn't let you answer the Gotham Knight question.
So,
my bad.
I don't know that much about it. Oh, here's my other problem.
I can't make my ice cream buddy upset.
Here's my other problem with those sorts of games. I tend to be very bad at melee type games. You know, they're really hard for me. I loved Ghost of Tsushima. I loved that game, but I wanted to play it on hard, and I found I could, but I couldn't beat any of the bosses on hard, and so I'd have to switch back down, and that just kind of broke me. You know, like I feel like an imposter at that point. So I stopped playing. I need to go back to that game though. And then they came up with a new version. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's multiplayer, and I do not play multiplayer. I hate playing multiplayer. Games are my, like, I'm shutting out the world and blanking out and playing a game, and I don't want to multiplayer. Also, I'm terrible at games, so like any game, any PvP game, out for sure. Not doing it. But yeah. Blake Goldstein says, "Hey Dave, I'm 11. Been drawing my own comic for 1 year. Did you see that one?"
Mm-hmm. I know it. Like all of a sudden, we got all the youngsters shouting out. So thank you. Good catch on that one, Dave. I have 9% left on my screen. I'm in the red zone.
You'll be fine.
Just letting you know. I want people to know I'm doing the countdown. Kenny Wang's favorite game is Dark Souls. He says the first one is very challenging and requires a lot of skill. However, clicking the like button does not. That's so funny.
I know that Dark Souls is a phenomenal game. I have not played it.
Is it a fight one?
Yes.
Played. Okay, so Dave played Doom with our priest. Every Wednesday they get together and they hang out. They have wings. They play video games or ride their motorcycles depending on the weather. Yeah,
we've been all on the motorcycles now because we're taking it's been nice weather here. So as much as we possibly can, we'll be getting out there. But yeah, when it rains or if we're just completely wiped out.
And man, you would never play that game by yourself.
No, I couldn't. I bought it to play by myself.
Could not play that game.
I couldn't even do it on easy. And so, yeah, he would come over and we'd like pass the controller back and forth. So basically, it would go I'd play the level, I would die. He'd play the level and get us through it. We'd move on. I'd play, yeah. There were actually a couple times, like toward the end, I was getting a little better. And part of that is he's very good at strategy, and so I was kind of picking up on that a little bit here and there. But
So
yeah,
I have a feeling that Dark Souls game
not for me.
might not be your kind of game.
Yeah.
You like building, you like the forest, where you can build yourself an what kind of wall? An indestructible wall?
Oh, okay, yeah. You don't tell him this.
Oh, sorry. Cat's out of the bag.
Okay, so in the forest, you could build your little fort, right? And you can make it destructible by the bad guys. So they can come up and they can destroy it. You have to be very careful, and some of them are more, anyway, long story. But, or you can just make the walls totally indestructible, which, yeah, I do.
Which
And
you might have done.
makes the whole game so much easier. It's like, it's very cheap, but yeah. I think what I'm going to do, Meredith, is I'm going to play through the game until I finally get bored, and
You should
then
just play the game.
I will
the
do
way
it
you wanna
again
play
and
it.
try and play it the other way.
Just have fun. It's supposed to be stress relief.
No, and that's also true.
So if it makes you less stressed to be able to have not have to worry about the crazy like 8-legged people creeping up on you with no heads, then enjoy it.
It's a creepy game.
I don't hear the sound, so that's probably good.
Yeah.
I don't mind that game as much as I mind the zombie games, quite frankly.
Yeah, because I'm going around smashing zombies. And,
Yeah, I don't like to kill zombie blood
know.
all over the screen.
and you know what? I
Jeez.
feel guilty about it. I do, but not guilty enough to stop.
John Jeremy Villanueva says, I'm 11 years old. I've been drawing comics out for 3 years, and I'm working on my 30-page comic. Wow.
Wow,
Look at
that's
these
great.
kids.
That's the way to do it.
This is Isaac's never going to make it. He's not been working on any comic.
You know what? He might be a late starter.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, Artsy Design's got to go. Real life calls. Good night, everyone.
Oh, good to have you here. Sorry, you got to go. We're almost done. But thanks for coming. We'll see you next week.
All right. Should I make like almost done?
Oh, should you make almost done?
Like almost done? What do you mean by almost done? Like,
I'm getting close to being finished.
well, because I like to call the super chat, so I like to say no more super chats.
Oh, no, you're
Okay.
there for a few minutes.
Okay. Claudio Rogogen has a $2 super chat. Claudio says you should play Outlast. You'll crap your pants.
I did play Outlast. Okay, so Outlast. Wait, did I play Outlast?
I don't think you did.
No, I'm thinking of a different
sound.
one.
Does not sound like a game.
Is Outlast? Is it multiplayer or single player?
Don't ask me.
Well, I'm not.
Ask the stream.
The other game that I was looking at playing is 7 Days to Die. And the only thing that stopped me is apparently on PlayStation, it hasn't updated in years. Like they had a deal with Telltale Games and Telltale went under, and long story. Anyway, if you buy it, you're playing a 3-year-old version of the game.
Oh, that's no fun.
And I was like, okay.
What's the point of buying a game
Yeah.
if you're going to play a 3-year-old version? All right. Next super chat comes from Gerald Varlak for $5. Gerald says, what character or group of characters have you had to do the most research on in order to draw accurately? I'm going to say anything with a suit.
Okay, yes.
Like a metallic, like an Iron Man.
Yeah, anything like Iron Man for sure. And now as far as like having to improve my art and try and get better in order to draw.
No, I think like research it to be able to draw it.
Okay, yeah, any kind of the more complex, and I think it's pretty straightforward. The more complex the costume, the more. The other thing that can be really frustrating is some costumes have a lot of asymmetrical detail, and I just forget. You know, like somebody's got an earring in one ear, you can guarantee that it'll be in half panels, and half the panels won't be in there. I'll just totally forget to put it in. And editors, you know, they're busy people. And I see actually, you know, people say, man, where's the editor on this one? Well, I can tell you, you know, that's not the only thing they're dealing with. They're also dealing with, you know, a creator they're working with has disappeared and they need 10 pages and there are 3 days left on the deadline and they can't even get them on the phone. And now it's too late to even get somebody else to cover it. And oh yeah, they have a tough job. The idea of, you first of all, they are a support system and they are a counselor, and then they have to work with the writer and try to make sure that the script works in of itself, and then also meets the requirements of the publisher, which can create conflict with the writer because writers don't like being edited for things that aren't necessarily quality issues. That can be a very touchy thing, and editors bear the brunt of that. And then dealing with, and I've been that creator that hasn't answered the phone or whatever and is late. I told the story a few times, but Tom Brevoort, he was my editor on Avengers years ago, and I was late on an Avengers deadline, and I went to Australia for a convention. This is in 2005, just before I met Meredith, and he actually tracked me down at my hotel in Australia, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know what, I'm behind, but nobody can find me. It's going to be what it is. Yeah, wrong. So next thing you know, I'm busting my hump, sitting in that hotel room getting that book done, and I did. He scared me to death, and it's not like he was calling and yelling, but just the fact that he caught me there, I'm like, oh, this is serious. Nobody's happy right now. So
yeah, that's not good.
Tom Brevoort is such a great guy. Love him to death. I have a Tom Brevoort sketch somewhere. You know what? I need to show some of my sketches sometime too. That's another thing I'd like to do.
Yeah, because you got a lot of sketches.
I do.
From people.
I was just showing Eric I actually gave Eric a bit of an office tour with my webcam yesterday.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and so I showed him my Kevin Nolan Batman. I don't know if it's on the other side of the picture, actually that way. Can't really see it, and even if you could, it's a little dark.
It's too close to Meredith.
Well, it's
too close to Meredith.
Okay, right now, yeah.
Rob Daniels has a super chat for $5. Rob says, "Thank you for sharing. I noticed you did not rotate your paper to get a preferred brush stroke. Do you ever?"
I do usually. I try as much as I can not to when I'm doing these, just because I want it to be a little bit more pleasant to watch. But yeah, I generally do.
What you're saying is you're thinking about the stream.
Yes.
5%. I've just got a message. Low battery. Your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. Well, that might be then for me.
Well, just keep going if it dies, because really I am almost done.
You keep saying that. You've been saying that through all my percentages. I can't dim it anymore and still read the screen.
We need to figure out, you need to bring
I just didn't charge it today. I was out at the barn. And
so you admit.
No, it's on me. It's all on me.
All right. So I'm thinking, what's going on? It's 10:12, and usually, we wrap up generally around now, between now and 10:20 is usually our time limit.
Matthew Maggie says, "Can you plug it in?" I could, but that plugs all the way upstairs.
We'll have this sorted out next week. Let's definitely try and figure it out for next week, so we're not doing this.
I don't normally do it. It's been a long time since you've heard Meredith. That's like an early stream days.
I know. Yeah.
Early days in the stream when Meredith was like, "My computer's gonna die."
Oh no! All right, so I think I'm just about done. Does he have eyes? By which I mean pupils. Yes. Let me give him pupils.
It's not me sweating you down like I used to.
Oh, I know.
I'm fully capable of sweating you down.
Wow, Static is a fun character to draw. I really enjoyed this one a lot. So thank you very much to Greg for the suggestion. Greg L.
Greg Static L.
I apologize, Greg, that it's not the right costume, but this one was still fun to draw.
Still a great sketch.
I know, I said I'm done.
Well, Claudio Rogogen is a $5 super chat. Almost forgot. I hated Arkham Knight or Arkham Car as well. The story completely made no sense, and the gameplay was just the car. Outlast is horror.
Well, I'm gonna give Outlast a try. I'll see what I can. I'll let you guys know. I'm a little obsessed with the game that I've got right now, so it might be hard for me
Yes,
to.
he may never ever stop playing the forest.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sign this.
I made it. Still 5%. I can't read my screen anymore.
All right, so that is Static. A lot of fun to draw. Thank you very much to Eric for coming on and let us know about the Discord, and it's just nice to have him on anyway, And thank you to all of you for watching. Again, check out the Batman Catwoman cover. It's link in the description, along with the Dynamite Red Sonja cover. And
which is coming out next week.
Coming out next week.
Nick Brucci on.
Right, barring unforeseen
circumstances, which
should
will
work out
happen this
fine.
week. Yeah.
Yes, and next week we'll be drawing Death's Head 2. That should be a whole lot of fun.
And don't forget to click like and subscribe. Although
Yeah.
we already made up to 571, so.
Oh yeah, what more could you ask?
More subscribers.
All right,
Let's get to 70,000.
Right. All right, everybody have a great week, and we will see you next Monday. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.